Hey, Iris. I love you, Iris. I was trying to watch the replay of your little walk you were doing because I've been laying in bed browsing. I actually was watching Jackson Saves Everything because he's just is hilarious. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, you should. I shared it in my community post. Wendy, hi Wendy. I know, Wendy, I will. I promise you. I know I promised before I will. Hey, Ashley. Um, but you're adorable, Wendy, and I do watch you pretty often, and I love you. Hello, Tammy, Foxy Lady. Hello, everybody. I just wanted to come on here real fast because, hey, True Crime Uncorked. I'm confused. Well, actually, I'm not really confused, but I don't think that's the correct word for it. Hello, Siren. You're stuck on the road. Your way home is flooded. Oh, well, be careful. I know, guys, pray for Siren. He had ice storms. Hello, Cora Bell and Missing in Life. Missing in Life, you? Oh, I was like, you are blue, right? Yes. Okay. Anyways, hello, True Busy Mama. How are you? It's always good to see you. Thank you. I am. Hello, the Truth Diva. I am feeling a little. I am feeling better. I'm just really, really tired. But I wanted to. I actually have been sitting on this for a little while, and I'm like, how do I? Because remember, I have to remember how I addressed and approached things. You guys remember this? So Jesus be with all the children of the world, and please be with me as I get this out of my system. And I would like for you to gather around. And I'm not going to cuss or anything, I don't think. No, no chance. No, no dance. No, no chance. No, no dance. No, no chance. Give me second chances. That's so cool! I won! Yay! Ow! Ow! My Thank you, Iris. Sorry, I'm putting on some Vicks. If you don't mind, it really opens up my air passages. If you guys don't know, I have been battling COVID for about almost a week and a half now. About tomorrow is day 10. And it has been, listen, let me tell you something. Hey, Kim and Dallas. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. However, like my symptoms only lasted for a couple of days, but I have been extremely exhausted. And that little girl, Carol, over there, she has been wanting me to pick her up. And today, for the first time, I finally picked her up and she was so happy. But Carol's been doing amazing. I was scared that she was gonna get it. Hello, Poop Stain. Hello, Canine Rescue, as I'm gleeking everywhere. Hello, Lawrence. Yes, I am okay, Winter, but let me show you something. So, as you guys know, there are clip channels out there. There's, I've had run-ins with people. There's some mean people. And I always have been, the last couple of months, I've been very careful the way that even if I respond at all, the way that I respond, because, that's important, the way that we respond, because it can come back to you and you are held accountable for the words that you say. Okay. And we all know that I've had my snapping moments. Hey, Cat in the Hat, Gulf Coast, I love you. I was like, is it Friday? I've been taking Elmo everywhere with me, I swear. And I'm not kidding. I love him. He makes me incredibly happy, and don't tease me. I've been sleeping with him nonstop. So anyways, as you guys know, there are a lot of people that always say, ignore it, don't look at it, or whatever. And for the most part, that is very easy to do. I just want to show you something of how it pops up. So in my notifications, if you hit the mentions button, it'll show you this. Okay, so there's some nice people that mention me, by the way. Real Clear Scripture, thank you for being polite. And you, Jenny, Jen, and I think I saw Natasha just tag me in something. By the way, prayers for Natasha Cooper. We may not talk or whatever, but prayers to her, because she did lose, I believe it was her aunt, and I think she was very close to her. So surviving the storms 2 days ago, of course, we've got Captain Kangaroo here. multiple times, the most. Ask Your Bartender's a nice person, BBT Boston. But as you can see, one of my number one people who consistently calls me a stalker tags me nonstop. Now, this is just when they hit the @ symbol, okay? 15 hours ago, of course, BX Garfield, he's always talking about me, like nonstop. So this will pop up in my notifications. Now, I have learned, hey, Dragonstar, I've learned not to like click on them for the most part because it just puts you in a bad mood because 9 times out of 10, these people are not nice. But a pattern that I'm seeing is a lot of these people, they will clip something that I said like a year ago, 2 years ago, or even, you know, anything that I say, but they'll like twist a narrative with it. Hey, Bobby Pin, people are careful about their words because they don't want to hurt others, not because they're afraid it will come back to them. Well, you know what? Sometimes when we're hurting, we do hurt others because I've been there before and I've hurt plenty of other people. However, I have been hurt first. Is that a reason for me to do it? No. But it all of it matters. Whether you hurt people, it coming back around to you, all of it matters. And I know that by experience. Um, oh, okay. Yeah, prayers to her family, Tammy. So anyways, there's a couple of things that I was praying about it. Actually, Iris, I was listening to one of your streams and I was praying about it. I was like, no, I'm not even going to say anything. But the thing is, God was saying, no, you can say something, but show yourself and everybody else that you can actually respond and you don't have to get down to their level. And there's a couple of things that are actually incredibly like false or twisted narratives out there that the reason I mention this is because there's actual people that I've cared about that have been even my friends or followers on my channel that have completely stopped talking to me. And it's because of these twisted narratives. It really is. So number one is Surviving the Storms the other day. I did click on her video because I was bored and she tagged me in it. And she said something and I was like, that's not true. What she said was, she said, Robbie has admittedly gone after someone's, and we're not going to mention this person at all because this person mentions me all the time and I don't fuck with this person. That's what I'm just going to leave it at that. This person, in my personal opinion, they just are little cuckoo. Okay. They said that I messed with their son's YouTube channel. She said that I openly admitted that I did that. That is actually the reverse. I absolutely did not. There was a troll account using my information that was going after this person's channel. I would not do that. That is false information. Then she said that I openly admitted to contacting somebody's job. But the thing is with Surviving the Storm is I noticed with her, she will, not just with me, with many, many people, she'll just run with whatever narrative if she doesn't like somebody and she'll just go with that instead of looking into it. So as you probably witnessed back in June, I had almost quit. Well, I did quit drugs, but I had almost quit smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol for almost an entire year. And I relapsed and I went ape shit crazy on everybody that teased me for being in recovery. And I fucking went ape shit on everybody. One of those people won't be mentioned, but if you guys don't know this and Surviving the Storm, I would really hope that you would listen to this because I actually emailed you a polite email a while ago. And you know what you said? First thing I'm going to say about her is she said, all he did was love bomb me. I didn't care. First of all, making peace is not love bombing you. And I have no interest in being your friend at all from your actions that I've witnessed. So that wasn't love bombing. That was trying to reach out because you talk about me all the time. Hey, Lonnie, thank you. But she said that I openly admitted to calling someone's job. Now, this person says, they keep repeating and saying, my employer verified it. Well, that's incorrect information. If you don't know this, you guys, or Surviving the Storm or anybody else that watches these clips, that's why I put in the title, refer to this. refer to this if you're watching clips of me, because I'm going to address the majority of the rumors that are twisted and some things that I have said. Now, if you guys don't know, Dorothy, if you didn't know this, surviving the storm, my jobs, plural, were contacted multiple times. Okay. So at this breaking point, when I was snapping at everybody, I was so pissed off and annoyed. And in that breakdown, while I was drunk out of my mind, I said to everybody, including that one person who won't be mentioned, I said, I already contacted all of your employers. And I think I said something, if YouTube's not going to help me, blah, blah, blah. Immediately, like 2 days later, I was like, you guys, I'm sorry, I was drunk. I did not contact anybody's jobs, no matter who's lying and saying that their employer confirmed it. I did not. I said that because I was hurt, and there's no excuse. However, I said it because I was pissed off, I was drunk, and I was sick and tired of being harassed by people, including in my real life with my job. I think if I would have actually contacted people's jobs, it would have been a bigger fuss than just people saying, oh, yep, my job verified it. No, they didn't. You're lying. Knock it off. So by laying in bed, I'm literally thinking to myself, hey, Nikki, I'm sorry I'm going on a rant, but I want to get this all out because I was praying about it before I came on, and I'm like, you know what? I am going to address this, and I haven't even showered yet today. Okay, but I wanted to get this out of my system. So as I'm laying in bed for almost 10 days, I'm consistently seeing myself being tagged in these videos. And I'm thinking to myself, none of this shit is current. Why, especially when I haven't even been on YouTube, like talking, why are people recycling old stuff? And then it occurred to me that people, thank you, Lauren. I probably don't smell the best because I haven't showered. But Lauren, if you want to come up and say something, I know you wanted to. I'm kind of addressing what you were talking about the other day. When people recycle stuff, what I realized is I'm making progress in my life. Now, I don't need to prove that to anybody. I know that. Hey, Brutal Mafia, I don't need to prove it to anybody. I know that from what I'm doing in my life. And I know the progress that I'm making in many different areas. I said I wanted to lose weight. Boom, I lost 5 pounds. Then I got sick and I lost 10 more fucking pounds. Now I'm down to 155. Okay, that's how it works. And I'm also changing the way that I address people. So people want to stay in the past. And Dorothy said this when I was listening to her. I was like, this woman, it truly is a nut job. First of all, she doesn't want to communicate. Second of all, she's talking about shit that's not even current. She was listening to a stream that Wendy V had posted of me when I was, first of all, I get along with these people. I was on Science Girl, Alicia's panel. I was yelling at Mandy Bell, which I don't have a problem with Mandy Bell anymore. We're fine. I was cussing out. I was drunk. I was pissed. And Dorothy was listening. I think Dorothy had like an 8-hour stream. But since she tagged me, I fast forwarded to the part where I saw she was watching like something that had to do with me. And I was like, why is she watching like an almost year-old video? And you know what she said? She was like, see, Robbie needs to change. He needs to change. And I'm like, dude, first of all, I have changed a lot since then. Why are you not looking at any progress, not looking at any apologies? Hey, Chaos. And you're not looking at current situations. For all of you clip channels, I dare you to clip something current that you have an issue with me now. And I guarantee you're not going to find anything because the way that I approach people is a hell of a lot more different than I used to. So I challenge you to do that because all you're doing is recycling the same stuff. Or in Captain Kangaroo's case, I could literally get on here and talk about a grocery store experience that I had, and Captain Kangaroo will make like 5 videos on me. Seriously. And he'll be like, he's a stalker. No, it is not. First of all, Captain Kangaroo, your entire channel, I'm actually going to show you guys his entire channel if you haven't seen it. His entire channel is me. That is stalker behavior. It truly is. So hold on. I'm just going to show you, and this is not to be mean. This is to point out a fact. When you're tagging me in a video and I'm looking at it, don't tag me if you don't want me to see it. Okay? And Lauren, I'll drop the link for you if you wanted to come up. So hang on. So another thing I wanted to say before I get into this is I wanted to say somebody also, what was the other one? There was another one I wanted to address. Oh, BX is always, he's always another one that's always talking about me. I'm convinced this dude like actually likes me because he talks about me way too much to not like me. And I think he likes me a little bit more than friends. You feel me? However, I am going to say a little diss and say that I only date attractive in shape men. So you're off the table for that one, buddy. Sorry. Okay. Hey, Poon. Okay. So hold on. Let's take a look at his channel. But so BX continues to spread this narrative. And that truth teller, or not truth teller, true helper guy was, somebody sent me a clip. He was saying this. First of all, I was in a private conversation with a friend at the time who was recording me. So first of all, that's the number one person you need to look out for, not me. And I was telling them a service that I do use. If you harass me on the internet, I will look up your information and I will send you a cease and desist. Now, do I do that anymore? No, because it's pointless. It doesn't work in my experience. You are attractive, Poon, from what I've seen with your shirt off. And I've also looked up to verify that Truthy Mugu was deceased because he lied about dying. So it's actually a good thing. I have never said to anybody that I use it to dox anyone. Okay. Now, and hang on one second, Lauren, I need to get this out of my system. The other thing I wanted to say about that is in this recording, first of all, why do friends record each other is my question. Why are you sharing private conversations? Because it wasn't secretive. It was just a conversation in Messenger that this person shared, and it got out publicly saying that I look up people and I looked up Truthy Magoo. Yeah. And I also looked up Mommy Rambling Son to verify that he was passed away. And it was true. Okay. Because I didn't believe it at first. So sue me. You guys look up tons of different shit. I have never done it for doxing purposes. Okay. Now, BX runs with the narrative that I doxed him in a private conversation. What he fails to tell you guys is it's a fake address, and that's why the conversation was even brought up to begin with. He provided a fake address, and here's the other thing. I'm going to say the last part. The other person who won't be mentioned said that I was racist because I said BX lives in low-income housing. What that person failed to do their research is he actually provided a fake address to a low-income building. Okay? It's all fake. That's why the conversation was brought up. But see, he fails to say that. Okay. So, okay, hang on, Lauren. Let me put this up just to make sure it's you. And we're going to take a look at good old Captain. Is that you?
Porn bomb.
Ooh, I'll take it. How you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just used to being on Wendy's channel, so
I
it's
know. I
good to.
saw her in the chat. I said I'm sorry to her.
Yeah, I
She's
told her
cool.
last night. Yeah.
I've been watching though, Wendy. I watch all you guys. Sometimes I just lay there and watch on my TV. So
She wants you to sing or something. I don't know. I saw her say sing in the chat.
Oh, is it your birthday?
I think she wants you to come on and sing karaoke is I think what she's saying.
Oh, okay. That'll be fun. I could do that. That would be really fun.
Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with this channel now.
Are you? Because you've been
Yeah.
tagged in it too, right? Or there you are right there in the, you're right there. There's your cute little face.
Yeah. But he's been tagging you, which is coming up in my recommendations.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So
Not only does
that's
he tag me, but he hits the @ symbol and then
Yep.
it, so it pops up. So this channel has, I think, over 80 videos of me now. I mean, look, the entire thing is me. I know he hid a bunch of them, but it's all hating Robbie. And then he calls me a stalker, and I'm like, dude, if I go and I knock on your door, Lauren, and I'm like, and then I run away and I keep, knocking and running, and then you're like following me, and then I turn around and say, hey, stalker, stop following me. You're like, dude, no, you're knocking on my door.
Yes. So yeah, and you were saying something about he's not putting anything new up. It's all recycled stuff. And that's true. Like I've never seen somebody so obsessed. This is crazy.
Yeah,
wait a
and
minute.
it's
What's his
all,
Go ahead.
what's his what? Oh, his first video, he started with the glare. At first it was a glare. Oh, and He said in a recent video that me and the Glare are like really good friends. I haven't spoke to the Glare since June of like last year when I relapsed.
Oh,
Hey,
well, that's
Tia.
weird. That's weird because in that video, I think he plays the Glare saying how good of friends you guys are.
Again, that's like really old.
Ah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, like, there's a pattern here. There's nothing new. And see, now that I'm even addressing it, and I'm not even trying to do it in a mean way, I'm really not at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get it out of my system. But now that I'm even talking about it like this, he's gonna run with he's gonna make like 10 more videos. I mean, because that's what he does. And he's gonna say, I'm stalking him or whatever, but let's call a spade a spade.
You're attacking women, Robbie. How you guys are pathetic. Look at all you women chasing Robbie and supporting Robbie. How dare you people? You're pathetic. I'll be mean. I don't care. You can be nice. I'll be mean. How about that? Good cop, bad cop.
Well, I mean,
it's weird. It's weird.
If I'm a woman hater, I mean, he's bashed Natasha, you, and Tira in 2 videos back to back. So I guess he's a woman basher too, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of, a little bit, yeah.
Fair is fair. And I also wanted to point this out. I forgot to say this. This is crazy, okay? Mm-hmm. I had pointed out that this is a picture, and by the way, I posted this picture of Carol on my Facebook when she was a baby. This is when I remember that. Got her. He had the nerve to be like, Robbie, that's my hamster. How dare you say my hamster is yours? I was like, dude, this dude has lost his mind.
He 1000% did. For all of you guys who have not seen it, he definitely did. Yes. That's not your hamster. That's my hamster.
That's even from my Facebook page. I'm like, dude,
I know.
This is crazy. So that is, in fact, Carol. She actually still has that wheel. Thank you, Christy. I love you. Love you too, Tia. So it's weird. And so I think what they want, and you and I think we're talking about this the other day, they want like that snapping moment. But I mean, I've learned, dude, not only from my behavior, but from crazy people on the internet. Like there's actual crazy people that they don't give a fuck. They will do whatever in your real life and not give 2 fucks.
Mm-hmm.
So
were you ever friends with this guy? Were you ever cool with him?
I had never known who he was ever. All I saw was he popped up in my recommendation with my face on his channel. And I was like, oh, who's this? Because sometimes people make nice videos.
Right.
And I popped on it. I clicked on it and I was like, whoa, dude, this dude, he's not just like commentating. He's legit angry. Like you can hear it in his voice. He's very angry.
I'm not sure what he's angry at. I mean, this is, and I told you this last night, addressing to Captain Kangaroo, she's never going to sleep with you, dude. So I don't know why you keep stay away from AJ. Quit making videos on AJ. She's never going to sleep with you, dude. Get the fuck over it. I hope this isn't monetized. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. And
okay.
I mean, saying her, because I don't say her name, but you can. But the thing is with her,
well, I just said it in as him. Like, yeah, I won't talk about it. No.
Well, no, but even with her, because she does listen, she posts about me all the time. I have learned to just let her, dude, she through the entire situation of what we went through, she still made videos of me. She still does. And I've just learned to accept it. And the only thing that I can do is not throw any logs on the fire to make things worse or cut her down. Because I used to cut her down. She pissed me off. She still does piss me off. But the thing is, what can I do about it? I can just accept that she's going to make videos about me. Who cares?
Well, let me ask you this. Didn't the license plate incident, wasn't that like last year?
That was, I want to say almost 2 years ago now. It was quite a while ago.
He is still, the video that I just recently saw, he's saying, and you, what did he say? You keep accusing her of stealing your license plate, mate. Like, no, that was a long time ago. Everybody knows that. But he's saying it like you're still, now you're still accusing her of that.
Yeah, and I can address that because first of all, I never knew if it was her for sure. We used to be friends, and I text her asking her that. So I don't know for sure. Now, listen, I've listened to her and she's always said, I can go on my channel, and Dorothy even says this about her. She has a channel, she can defend herself. Well, I can do that too. And so if I'm going to respond to you, that's not dragging you. This woman consistently says that I dragged her in hundreds of live streams, the entire stream. No, look, just like I'm looking at Captain Kangaroo's videos in front of me right now. If you're going to make a video about me, I do have the right to respond to it. And that's all I've ever done. Now, sometimes have I been really mean about it? Yes. And I'm learning not to do that. But as far as the license plate thing, it was just something where my intuition was kicking up, and I had thought that was the only person I could think. Do I know she did it? No. And so I'm not blaming her. I'm not saying that she did at this point. At that time, did I think she did? Yes. That's why I asked her. And that's it. It wasn't like a huge deal. It's not a huge deal. Like, does she scare me? Yes. And she's proven that. And that's why I don't talk about her. Period.
And for the record, I don't either. I mean, I just was doing that because, you're blamed for everything that happens in her life, I guess, through him, I guess I should say.
Yes. But I will say about her, like, she keeps, because when I was drunk in June of last year, when I said, I called all of your jobs, because I was angry, people had been calling mine and emailing them. I said that out of anger, and I immediately apologized. She has ran with that narrative and said, oh, yep, my employer verified. Yes, he did call my job. No, I didn't. So stop saying that, because it's not true. The only reason they continue to say that is because they have me on recording saying that, but it's not, there's no, nothing is true about that story at all. I said a lot of things. You know what else I did that night? I went live like 7 different times. I grabbed my crotch at one point and I told people to eat my vagina. Okay. How come no one's clicking that and showing that? That was kind of funny.
Yeah. So for the record, you did not call her employer specifically.
Absolutely not. I have never called anyone's employer. None of them.
Because I heard that too. Yeah, right.
I didn't even just say her. I said, I called all of your jobs already. That was bullshit. I was pissed off. I wanted to scare people into leaving me alone because they were calling my job and emailing them, both of my jobs, not just one, multiple. They had said that I was talking about how I can't even say the company name, but somebody that I sell for, that I said their product makes me horny and stuff. They legit did like full quotes and timestamps in my videos.
Wow.
And I know who it was because the day before or the day after they had emailed me and said, hey, I still want to keep a business relationship with you. I know exactly who it was. And they were talking about that company. And I was like, that's really weird because you hate me. So yeah, no.
So you didn't know this guy. Because I want to know where did he come from? Did he work with another creator? Did he used to do live stream? Like, where did he come from?
I have no idea, but he does go pretty hardcore for who, and that's, obvious. And I have given him, I don't remember if you were on panel that night. He says that I blocked him. Here's what's funny, because I have said multiple times, I dropped a link for him. One night he was in my chat. I dropped a link for him. Okay. I said, get up here. He immediately left my chat. And then he went and he made 2 videos about me on the stream that I invited him on. I was like, dude, what? He said I blocked him. Now, Lauren, when you're blocked from a chat, you can still hit a StreamYard link, right?
Correct.
He wasn't, first of all, I didn't block him. I don't think anybody blocked him, but he said that you could still click a link. So yeah, I found that to be pretty interesting as well. He won't, hey D-Rod, I love you. He won't, he doesn't want resolution. I don't think any of these people do.
No, because he's not the only one that make videos on you, and you will tell them to come and talk to you, and they won't unless they're very intoxicated, of course. Yeah. Because that one time, that one thing happened, which was great. Yeah. But other than that, they don't ever come up. They will never come up and confront you directly. So that's just weird to me too.
Yeah, and I told you privately, like after having Space Monster on my panel, and she was like, you know, she was over the top and drinking crazy. I actually kind of grew a heart for her in a way. And like, I can't take her trolling seriously anymore because I
Does
actually
she
kind of
still make
felt
videos?
she still, no, she doesn't tag me in videos anymore, I don't think. But I don't think she likes me. But, you know, it's not like it used to be. I'm not seeing my name popping up over there nonstop anymore, you know.
Well, maybe that's what she needed. Maybe that was like some closure or something for her.
Well, and that's what I try to offer everybody because seriously, I really do try to get along with people and
Of
I
course.
try to offer like a solution. And it's really hard when people, you know how annoying it is? Like, because when I'm laying in bed, Lauren, and because you've been sick with COVID too, right?
It was,
Recently.
yes, terrible. It
So,
was
you
awful.
know, and I'm laying here and I'm watching movies and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'll see what's on
Ghostbusters.
YouTube. Yeah, that movie kind of sucked. Well,
Yeah, it
it
did.
didn't suck. It just wasn't anything like the original.
Right.
But when you're laying there and I'm like, okay, so a couple of them I did click on just out of curiosity because they hit the @ symbol. And sometimes people hit the
Yep.
@ symbol to say, I'm sorry, or, you know, so I'm listening and it's all, like you said, it's all old clips of me cussing people out and they're like judging me for it, which that's great. But they're not noticing anything that I've done to correct that behavior since then. They're like making that the current moment. And it's fucking annoying as hell. Hey, Seth, it's annoying.
I kind of imagined him going through, like, just searching your name and going through all these channels that you've been on, whether they're 2, 7, 30, however years old they are, and he's just finding new stuff that he's never seen. And he knows that it's old. He knows that, but he's still going to put it up. You know, I can
Well,
just imagine that's all he does all day long. Dude, get over yourself. Get over it.
that's what's
Nobody
frustrating.
cares.
Because you know this too, because people, there's hate channels going against you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, like, at least, can you at least, when you're talking about it, refer to the date that it happened so that people can actually look at you and be like, dude, you're seriously like commentating on a video that happened like almost 2 years ago? What? Hey, Grammy
He said something like, all of your chat and all of your supporters are trash. He might have called us junkies. I can't remember, but, and he still runs with it about drugs and alcohol and all this stuff. And it's like,
yeah,
when you're watching present day, you're screen recording as we speak, but you're still putting out, oh man, he's still putting out old stuff.
Yes, exactly. And I have heard him, you know, say, you know, you're a meth addict or you're this and that. Let's say that I was still a meth addict or was in current addiction currently, because I can say, even though I have drank like here and there the last year or so, I really don't even like drinking alcohol. It's not, I can't even remember the last time I drank alcohol. So if it was a problem for me, I'd be like, okay, I know the exact date. I know the exact time. I'm counting. Like, I don't give a shit anymore because it's not a problem. And I just don't care for it. So, but let's say I was, Lauren. What, like, you're seriously going to drag somebody for having an addiction? Hey, Crime Central. How is that even productive at all? But see, I have made the mistake of firing back and being like, what about your addictions? And then all of a sudden, it's not okay to cut somebody's addiction down. I'm like, that's what I've been saying forever. So how do you like it, you know?
Well, he definitely has an addiction. In my opinion, he has an addiction to making videos about you. So he is just as big of a junkie as we are. And yes, I am a recovering addict. And junkie is kind of a derogatory word, but I'm just throwing it back at him. So,
yeah.
Again, my opinion.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, those are the facts. I mean, look at his channel. He doesn't talk about anything else. Thank you, Seth. And thank you for saying that, Dragon Star. Tell me what your Facebook name is. Like, send me an inbox message so I know, so I can accept it. But that's the thing. Lauren, how long have you been on YouTube?
6 years.
Okay.
About 6 years.
So your opinions probably have changed like multiple times, right?
Oh, yeah.
During your time on here?
Yeah. So they're much stronger than they used to be, for sure.
Yeah. And then there's some things where you might have not liked somebody, or you might have supported something, and now you might have completely changed your mind. So if somebody plays a video of you from 6 years ago, and let's say you were calling me a little bitch, right? And then people are like, look at Lauren's calling him a little bitch. And it's like, yeah, but she said that 6 years ago. What you're
Mhm.
showing is like, you're not showing a timeline of change or actions.
Yes, right.
Oh, hold on a minute. Sandra. Oh my God. Are you
Sandra
really
Ranch
doing that,
Robbie.
Sandra? I freaking love you. That's my friend. That's the medium.
Oh,
Hey,
okay,
Megan.
okay. She's
Tell me
going
when you're
live on
doing
my
that if you're
video.
really doing that.
Yeah, for real.
But
Is that the
that's
channel Vintage 5280?
oh yes, she does medium readings and she's really good. She's an actual medium. She's gone with us on paranormal stuff
Mm-hmm.
before. I went to high school with her.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Love you, Regina. But it's just frustrating. I wish that's why like, and I'm gonna do a stream on it. I just when I feel better, I've been doing polls and I've been wanting to have conversations on these polls because they're kind of controversial
Mm-hmm.
and going with clip channels because clip channels, in my opinion, for the most part, I don't go to them for information because the majority of the time you're just getting a certain narrative or a certain light on how they want people to see you, and it's not fair.
And they play old stuff like this guy does. It's not new.
No, it's not.
Like when was the last time you were on Natasha's panel? How long has it been?
Oh my God. Hold on. Are you talking about the story he's talking about when the
Yes,
woman
right, right. But I talked about that last time. I mentioned that to you. But how long has it been?
that was like a couple of months ago, but what he
Mm,
doesn't, first of all, what this is how, and I'm going to say this, and this is the truth. This is how stupid he is. Okay. He
mm,
failed to tell that story the way that it was told. This woman was chasing me in her car and calling me a faggot.
mm-hmm,
Okay. She was chasing me with a child in her car. And this was like 6 years ago, by the way.
mm-hmm,
And so in return, I turned around and started chasing her. And he's like,
mm-hmm.
see, he chased a mother down. And it's like, you failed to say that she was chasing you down, calling me a faggot, you stupid idiot.
Well,
Like,
not only that, but
seriously.
she was putting her own child in danger. She
Yes.
was.
And that was a long time ago. I would not do that. Like nowadays,
Well, in
people are
hindsight, if you knew she had a child in the car, would you have chased her? Like, seriously?
absolutely no. I would
Right,
have
right.
called the police and been like, dude, this woman has a child in her car and is going fucking psychotic. She needs help.
I'd be
That's what
curious
I
to
would have
see if
done.
he clips this and says, "Oh, I need to fix this situation. I need to put out the real truth about the woman in the car." But I
Yeah.
doubt it. I doubt it. Well, we'll see.
Well, and the thing that like people forget is when I tell a story, I'm the one giving you the information. Like I'm
Right.
the one. It's not a secret. You're not exposing anything because I'm the one who fucking told you the story.
hmm
So they act like it's like, oh my God, Robbie was on this secret panel. Dude, Natasha's channel is the furthest from fucking secret. Okay. If you
Right.
want shit to get out, go on there and say it. Because it will
hmm
spread like wildfire for sure.
Yeah. Are you feeling better? So you had it for 10 days.
Tomorrow's day 10. Yeah. Well,
Was it roller
day 10.
coaster like I asked you?
Not really. I mean, my symptoms were only for like really like 3 or 4 days. And then
hmm
ever since then, I've been just hacking stuff up.
hmm
But I've just been sleeping like 10 to 15 hours a day. And I've been taking this Z-Quil stuff over there. I don't know
hmm
if you see all my water bottles over there,
I
but
do.
I
I
have
do.
like Z-Quil and all sorts of shit that I just keep popping it and going back to sleep.
I guess they say to like take a bunch of vitamins, and I guess when Donald Trump had it, he took Pepsid AC. Yeah, okay, there
Oh,
you go. Well, Pepsid AC, when you take it, it kills the virus from, I guess, growing in your stomach, and because I
mhm.
guess you can re-get it. And ever since Donald Trump said that, my mom like swears by it, and so we all take Pepsid every single day.
Oh,
Thank you,
that's
Donald
until I
Trump.
have Pepsi. Yeah, thank you, Donald Trump.
Yep,
Seth, you're sweet. Um,
2024.
yeah, didn't he say he's running alongside somebody else already?
I don't. I
Isn't
know
there
he's
like,
running, but I don't know who he's running. I don't know. I have no idea.
well, that's an automatic vote from me if it's
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump.
Heck yeah.
And I love
Yes.
you, D-Rod. Thank you for cheering me up the other day. You're very sweet. I've had people messaging me, telling me, hey, go get some. I had one of my bosses was wanting to send me money to get freaking And I'm going to call D-Rod out. She was doing the same thing. Get Grubhub and stuff. I'm like, you guys,
Oh, yeah.
really, I'm going to be okay. I really just
No,
needed sleep. And
Pepsid AC is for your stomach. It's for people that have heartburn all the time, like myself.
yeah, I guess it's a good
Yeah.
calcium supplement, right? For
Yep. I
calcium.
think so. I think there's, well, I eat a lot of Tums too, but I think Pepsid has calcium. I'm not really sure. I have to look.
Oh.
But
You know what we need to do soon, Lauren?
what?
We need to do a stream on not only sobriety, but trying to do it as a vlogger and a
Yes.
streamer, because
Right.
people don't realize, like, they'll sit there and call you a junkie or say you're a fucking asshole. Or I'm sure you've been drunk on here before. I don't know if you have or not.
I've
but
done
6
like
years.
3. Yes, I've done 3, and they still get clipped to this very day, and they're all old.
Yeah, see? And so
Yep.
it's like, when people do that, it's almost like, yeah, I know it's no excuse. Like, being drunk is no excuse for your behavior. It's just
Mm-hmm.
not. But
Mm-hmm.
it's a reason sometimes. Like, you
Yeah.
can't tell me that there's people that have been drunk in their lifetime and been proud of every single thing they've done when they're drunk. Imagine doing something crazy. Okay,
Mhm.
think of the craziest thing you've done when you're drunk, or some of the shit that's come out of your mouth. Now imagine that playing on the internet nonstop for the rest of your fucking life and you being judged by it. Hey, Carrie.
Oh gosh. I don't even know if I want to say the craziest thing I did when I was drunk. It's
I
pretty
went skinny.
bad.
I
It's
went
pretty
skinny
bad
dipping
if it
with
got
you.
clipped. Oh, skinny. Oh no, this is
Well,
worse
no,
than
with my
skinny dipping.
cousin. But no, she was a female. I don't know why we
Yeah.
did it. We were at my apartments. But no, the funniest part about it was I lived in these really nice apartments quite a while ago. They were
Mhm.
actually the apartments right next to Nicole Kessinger's ones that she had when she dated Chris. This was way before that. Me and my cousin get drunk. We bring gallons of wine out to the pool and the hot tub. We're singing Christmas carols in the summer naked. The cops show up. She goes underwater, takes a big breath with her boobs, holds her breath the entire time the cops are there, and comes up. I was like, oh my God, you have magical lungs. So the next day we're hungover. We go and we sit in the hot tub and we're sitting there talking to this lady. And she was like, yeah, I had to call the cops on these fucking people that were out screaming and singing in the hot tub. And me and my cousin are just like looking at her like,
no.
people are so rude. We're like, oh my God, I hope she doesn't recognize us.
Oh, see, that's funny. Mine's kind of okay. I'll just say it. Okay, so I was at a bar, like, because every time I drink, I like to shoot darts. It's weird because I'm not really a darts person, but somebody I knew had some Coke on them, and so I was so drunk that I went into the bathroom and put it across the bathroom floor.
No.
God. Oh yeah, I did like maybe 5 or 6 lines off of the bathroom floor. I remember thinking at the time, this is pretty cool. Oh God, why did I do that? That was like 20 years ago though. Oh my God. Yeah, that's probably the craziest thing I've ever done drunk.
Well, see, now
That's
that
pretty
you
bad
said
to
that,
me. It's
been
going to
the
be
first time
clipped and
No,
yeah, it's
Captain
going to be clipped.
Kangaroo is going to say, look, Robbie had a junkie on his channel.
Make sure you get the 20 years ago part because it never. Oh my God, I still can't believe I did that.
He's not going to put the time frame in there. Are you kidding
No,
me?
I know. I just did it yesterday, guys.
Yeah, don't say that. He's really going to clip that now.
Oh, I don't care. If he can't take a joke, he's got serious issues.
I don't think he understands
Yeah, I know.
humor because he's not like, I wish he was funny. But Dragonstar, I'm really sorry to hear that. Her eldest sister was a heroin addict, passed in 1993. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, junkie's kind of that's a iffy word to use. I see it more as derogatory, I guess. But I think that's what people just want to call addicts when they're angry at them. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, and I've done it too. I mean, I've hurt people when I've been angry, but I mean, and this is a whole other conversation in itself, but really, when you're being open about, being in recovery, and then what really sucks is having to tell people that you failed and you have to start over again. Like, it sucks telling yourself that.
Yeah.
So I think that's why back in June, when that happened to me, people don't understand that, like, alcohol wasn't my number one problem. I just wanted to stay away from it because it was a gateway.
Exactly.
And I really wasn't like disappointed in myself, but I was like, wow, like, this is what it's come to. Because not only did I relapse on like doing all like drinking and cigarettes, but I also relapsed on fucking snapping on people. Because when I was drunk, I was like, I got a whole list of you motherfuckers, so you better all be prepared for it. And I let it all out because I thought of every single person that made fun of me almost that entire year of being sober. Here I was drunk, and I was like, you know what? Fuck you. And I snapped on them, and I had anger towards them. And what people don't understand, that they just want to use what I said like I was in the right state of mind, because I wasn't, and they want to replay it like that's who I am. And I know that's not who I am. I won't.
Well, a lot of us do, or most of us do. It's what people say when they are ignorant to addiction. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. My mom used to use that word a lot. My mom's never been addicted to a thing. And she didn't call me that, but when she referred to like drugs, she would say junkies. And I just, surprise, I am one of those people, Mom. You know?
Well, you know what, though? The fact that you can recognize it, and congratulations, Christy and Mark, by the way, but it's awesome.
Heck
That's
yeah.
why I was so happy when I met you on here. Not only were you like fun to hang out with and like your streams and stuff, but like I relate with you big time. And not only that, but over time I relate with you more because people do attack you for that shit. And then they expect it not to hurt, you know?
Yeah.
And when you respond back to people, they don't give a shit. Like, listen, and I've apologized about mommy ramblings over and over, but what people don't realize about that situation, I hear this clipped all the time, and there's people that say, oh, it's unforgivable what Robbie did. And I'm going to say it like this. First of all, what you motherfuckers don't understand is in the beginning when that happened, I was blamed for it, and I did not say shit about her son. So over time, they kept blaming me. Not only
I know
that,
exactly who it was. You had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, and so I was blamed for it, okay? Not only that, but I'm going through recovery. And so when I snapped and finally I did say something about her son that night when I was drunk, I was like, you know what, motherfuckers? You're going to blame me for it. I'm drunk anyways. You guys blame me for it anyways. And I fucking went to town. Was it okay for me to do that? No, but nobody mentions, you know, oh, no, he was blamed falsely in the beginning. They don't mention why I was so upset about it. They just, oh, you mentioned somebody's deceased son. Really? Because I have made peace with mommy ramblings, but the whole time I was sober, she was making jokes of my sobriety. Okay. I'm somebody's son. That could have killed me. So is that okay for her to do that? No, you're not mentioning that. So she is not a complete victim in that situation. I'm not trying to stir that up again, but she's not a victim. She was poking at me and I snapped. And when you poke the bear attacks.
No, you're right. You're right. So you made peace with her. I didn't know that.
Well, I've apologized and made peace. We don't talk, but she's never spoke. Listen, first of all, ever since she blamed me for that falsely, she's never spoke to me. We've never spoke. I texted her, emailed her, apologized multiple times, never, ever, ever spoke. Never.
Has she mentioned that you have done that?
Oh God,
yes.
Right. Oh no. She doesn't acknowledge my apologies, nothing. No, you know what they say when you apologize? I'm sure you know this. They say, oh, Robbie and his fake apologies. Fine, then you don't get a fucking apology if you're gonna think it's fake. Fuck you too.
Either it's fake or you're doing something sneaky, or it's never okay. They apologized. You know, it's over. Things are good. You know.
Right. Or like that surviving the storm lady. First of all, this woman, I have no interest in being her friend because I think she's a little bit unhinged up here. And she does trash addicts. And she claims to be, you know, like I don't know what she does. She has a sobriety channel and stuff, and she shouldn't. Because she goes after people that are addicts. But I reached out to her because she tags me all the time. And I sent her an email and, you know, was just like, hey, if you want to talk about it or whatever. And it was very nice. She had the nerve to not respond to that, block me, and then talk about it and say, oh, I don't need his love bombing and stuff. It's like, first of all, I wasn't love bombing you. I was being an adult, something that you know nothing about how to do. But her channel like stays afloat from drama, because I think there was one time she did like an animal live stream where everyone shows their animals, and there was like 12 people in her chat. So, you know, now I know, I'm like, oh, this is why she does it, because she's about those numbers. She talks about them all the time. And that's what she does. She needs to trash people.
Yeah. Wait, her own son was an addict? Really?
Maybe that's why she has so much anger. There are people that do have anger towards people like us
Yeah.
that are able to pull themselves together. And, you know, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be, just like Joyce says all the time.
Yep. I think if I mean, God, I would hopefully never be in this situation, but I think if my son or my daughter, because I don't have any sons, died of a drug, I think I would have some resentment towards other users. Honestly, I'm being honest. I think I would. I kind of see what she's doing, but blaming you for everything and trashing you all the time, that's not the way to go either. So,
well, what's annoying about it is like, because normally, like you said, you told me this the other day when we were talking, you said, I'm learning to embrace my hate channels.
yes, absolutely. Yep.
And in a sense I am, because I used to like take offense to everything. And now it's like, I realize first of all, Dorothy was on a rant when she tagged me for like 8 hours.
Who's
okay,
Dorothy?
And this wasn't Surviving the Storms.
Oh, okay.
Now in her name, she gives her name, so I wasn't doxing her.
Okay.
But if it was like a stream, like where people have fun and they're on a panel and it was 8 hours, I can understand. But she legit, I was like fast forwarding to the part where she got to me, was screaming the whole time at people. I'm like, so when you got to consider the source, you know, angry people, it's like, what? You can't make peace with fucking assholes.
So you understood what I meant by embracing your hate channel. You didn't think, God, she's a little weird.
Well, no, I know what you mean.
Because once those hate channels go away, it's like less channels like giving you attention, I guess, in a weird kind of way. That's just how I look at it now. Like, go ahead, put up that I'm a junkie, I'm a bad mom, put up, you know, whatever you want. It's not going to hurt me, and it's not going to hurt the people that support me either. They're just going to laugh at you too. So you have this small group of people that might believe these bad things about me, but they're still talking about me.
Right. Well,
like I look at your hate channels and I laugh at them. I think they're hilarious. Like, I know you. I know who you are. I've seen you drunk. So I don't know if I've seen you. I think I've seen you on the other two. Have I not?
No, meth. No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay. But
people think that I'm on meth when I'm all hyper.
No, I thought you.
And I'm like,
no.
Dude, if I was on, you know what I did when I was on meth? You wouldn't see me for like.
Oh, right. I know.
Masturbating.
Right.
Masturbating. Seriously.
Right.
No, I would.
Yes, I know. I know.
Because that's what I did on meth, and like I'm very open.
In the mirror, right? In the mirror.
A lot of the time. Sometimes it changed. It changed, but yeah, there were some times, or with other people or whatever. And see, that's what people like. Captain Kangaroo, it's like, dude, you have no idea what my addictions or my drugs of choice or anything were.
Right.
You have no idea. I'm a very hyper person, and I could never function in public on meth. I wouldn't be able to talk at all. Like, my mouth would get dry, and I wouldn't be able to, like, it was bad.
No, and I meant to tell you this privately, but I really don't. It's not really a private thing, but there is this girl on YouTube. Her name is Ashley Hatcher. Okay. I think she's got like 1,000 subs now. This is the saddest person I've ever seen. She does meth and she goes on these meth rants and she puts up she'll put up 18 videos a day. It's really sad. And I wanted you to see her because it's probably the worst case of somebody being on meth I've ever seen in my life. And she's always like sucking on a ring. She always has a ring pop. All she eats is sugar. That's all she eats. I'll send you a link to her channel when we get off here, but oh my God. I have to bathe in holy water after watching her. I'm not kidding. It's sad. Yeah. But I wanted you to look at her because it's like when people accuse you and I of being on meth, which is something I've never done, look at her and then shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, that's what somebody on meth does look like. Well, that's my point to all that.
And the thing is, Lauren, like, a lot of people are like, you know, they'll be like, oh, Robbie's crying about his sobriety or blah, blah, blah. They're talking about it. It's like, that's because that's an achievement of mine.
Exactly.
And you have no idea what I've been through with it. So it's like, why even go there? And it's not even because, Lauren, if I were to sit here and trash you for all of your addictions you've ever had, you know that you're sober or whatever you're going through. You already know your truth, so it doesn't matter. But I think what's frustrating about it is, first of all, people don't recognize the pain that's behind it and what can be triggered and what not. But they also don't understand that it's not just about drinking and not drinking or drugs and not drugs. there's an actual lifestyle that goes along with that can be really hurtful to people.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't understand that. And
Yeah, my lifestyle was totally different when I was using, for sure. No, she does not do live. She does shorts and uploads of her rants. It's crazy.
there's a guy that Nicole, I'm not going to say who he is because I don't know for sure, but she shared him. He does like 10-hour live streams every day. And
Mhm.
I think, just from knowing people that are on meth, I think he's on it because at the end he'll dance to techno music for like
Oh,
2 hours in his underwear and not stop. And then
is
he'll
this
be like,
Matt?
does he have a beard?
No,
And like, I'm
different guy.
gonna have to send you his channel, but
Okay.
he does that every night, and then he'll forget to drink water, and then he's like, sorry guys, I'll dance more for you, but I need to drink water. And I'm like, it makes me sad because I'm like, I truly think that he is. I could be wrong, but you just when you kind of know.
When you have I see some people that they have dry mouth and they have these white creases in their mouth, like from where it. Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of people, even if they're in their active addiction, if they choose to get on here and, like whatever it is that helps them get through whatever they're going through, just fucking let them,
Mm-hmm.
People have told me before, well, if you want to talk about your sobriety, then why don't you make a separate sobriety channel? It's like, because this is my fucking channel. This
Isn't
is
that
a
why you
part of
called
my
it Save
fucking life.
Robbie?
Yeah. And see, people didn't know that in the beginning
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't open about it. But it did help me. A lot of people didn't know that. And then when I was open about it, I was able to, it's awesome when you come out and the truth really sets you free in like every area of your life because you're able to like be comfortable with people. I don't know if you were like this, Lauren, but before I came out and told everybody, like my employers, you guys, everyone, if people would even bring up addiction around me and ask like, hey, have you ever had a problem? I would start sweating and like get turned beet red and like shy about it because I would dance around the question. But now that I've been open about it, I'm like, yeah, I used to masturbate in the mirror and all sorts of shit. Like, and because I can be true and honest about it.
No, I would always say, yeah, I don't smoke weed, just so I could be in the conversation. I just talk about weed. Well, that's not really it, but yeah. So yeah, I didn't tell anybody for a very, very long time. Once I think I told my mother first, and then once I told her, I'm like, that's the only person I'm really scared of finding out. So yeah.
My mom has always known, like even before I told my employer, everyone on here, like the people in my real life have always known, what's been going on. But there's some details that I will say on here. And like my mom knows now, but I'd be like, Mom, you might want to leave. Because she's like, I don't want to hear that part.
Well, of course. So, speaking of, I'm sorry, change the subject kind of just a little bit. What exactly did your mother and aunt lie about?
I have not heard this. What is?
It's on that channel, and it's something because I watched that one like, where is his mom and his aunt lying? I couldn't figure it out. But your mother and your aunt, does your aunt come to your streams too?
My aunt and I live together, but yeah, sometimes she's in chat.
I don't know. You'll have to. I don't know. It just says that your mom and your aunt were lying about something, and I didn't quite know what that meant. So I was going to ask you.
Okay, here's what's funny. First of all,
He is transparent. You're very right about that, but he's so secretive and he hides everything. So
yeah,
there's that. He was Nikki.
My aunt lived just together. It's just us. We've lived together now since Cody and I broke up for like 4 years now almost. My aunt is my mom's sister. They're 1 year and 1 day apart. Okay.
Wow.
Incredibly close. They look like twins. So people have said that my mom's account on here, Joan Cares, is a fake account and it's me or somebody else pretending to be my mom. My question is, first of all, what would be the purpose of pretending to be your mom? First of all. Second of all, don't you think my aunt would be like, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell my mom about that. I've called my parents. I've said, hey, Siri, and then, call my parents and legit had them on speaker before. And people are still like, oh, that's not them. It's like, why would I fucking do that? That is the dumbest fucking thing ever. Yeah. I've actually had, there's a lot of people that have made friends with my mom on Facebook. And
Mhm.
one of the main reasons they said, oh, she's fake, is because my mom has like 7 different Facebooks, because
Mhm.
my mom is terrible with technology and has locked herself out of every single fucking one of them and had to start over.
Mhm. Yeah, my dad has
So,
like 4, my mom has like 3. Same reason. Same
yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
So
So I
that's
don't
normal. It's not
know.
like she's making, or there's sock accounts of her. I mean, that's normal.
Yeah. So I don't know what
Not
he's
normal,
saying
but
there.
normal.
Right.
I don't
So
know. Something about what you were. I think it was like something that you were talking about live, and he knew that you were lying, and you had your mom and your aunt covered. I don't know. And he's going to say, "Oh, she's lying. That's not what I said at all." I don't know. I just know in the title it says something about your mom and your aunt lying. And I'm like,
I
okay.
know one time my dad had got fed up because, first of all, my mom gets really stressed out when I go head to head with people on here, and she can't watch.
Mhm.
So my dad had went on her account and made a comment on somebody's video somewhere and said, "Can you please stop? Like, my wife doesn't need this." And Captain Kangaroo highlighted that and said, hey, "This is not his mom. This is Robbie." And it's like, dude, it's so, this is what tells me these people, including Captain Kangaroo, have incredibly sad, secretive lives, because it shows
Mhm.
me that they're ashamed to show their parents what they do online. It's so out of this world for them to think that my parents follow my channel. Like, they can't
Mhm.
believe it because they're so secretive. It's like, yeah, well, I'm not, dude, at all. My parents have watched my channel so much that they're sick of it and they don't watch my channel really anymore at all.
What about you? Have a brother and a sister too, don't you?
Yeah, my sister doesn't give a fuck about my channel. Neither do
Mhm.
my nieces. I've tried to get them like excited for things before, and my
Your niece
niece,
went on did a video with you, right?
yeah, like in the
Yeah.
beginning, they kind of thought it was cool, but you know, they're in their early 20s, and my sister thinks that I treat social media and YouTube like I spend more time with you guys than I do with her, and she kind of gets jealous over it.
Mhm.
And my brother is just like a dick.
Yeah.
He follows my channel, and like he used to text me and be like, "Oh, I watch," or whatever. Never will comment. Me and him barely ever talk because he's pretty snooty. Gabe, if you're listening, you are a snob. He is. He's a snob. And then my other brother,
My
we
sister's a
won't go
snob
there.
too, and actually both of my siblings are kind of snobs.
See, Kristen talks to my
Excuse
mom all
me.
the time. My
I
mom,
think I'm friends with your mom on Facebook. Is her last name, is it Brown on Facebook?
yeah. Mhm.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. I think one of her accounts anyway.
Hey, Angela. But yeah, it's like people, like I've heard Captain Kangaroo say so many things that it's not even worth addressing.
No,
But
you're right. You're right.
when people say, "Oh, Robbie's contacted someone's job," or because he said it, dude, I've said a lot of fucking mean shit when I'm mad, and I've immediately like retracted and apologized. So that is an absolute lie. And then they'll play it and clip it and be like, "See, he said it here," and yeah, I fucking said it when I was drunk and pissed, but I didn't fucking do it. Show proof I did it. You can't. Your
How many
sister's a
times have
snow.
you denied it? Because they'll
A
stick on
million.
that, right? But they won't pick one of those million times that you said you didn't.
Yeah.
Hey,
Um,
Andy, love you, Andy.
Hey, Andy. Hey, Amber. I love you. Sherry says, "It's such a blessing to still have your parents as close as them. I lost my dad when I was 23 and my mom when I was 29. Now I'm 30. I'm so
Mm,
sorry, Sherry. I'm so sorry for that.
yeah, for sure.
Dude, my brother is better than me. Okay. There's no rivalry there. He has always looked like a Ken doll, blonde hair, blue eyed bitch. Okay. He's a
You do
police
have a cute
officer.
brother. Yeah, he's
He
cute
lives in
too.
a mansion. He's married to the
Wow.
Adams County coroner. Like, they're fucking loaded. And he he doesn't talk to my family. He's really is. And I've tried to connect with him over the years because he's 4 years older than me. And
Hmm.
I've always been the one to reach out to him and text. And I'm like, dude, I'm just done. You know,
Are you middle or youngest?
I'm the youngest.
Okay.
I'm the baby. Can't you tell I'm a
Yeah.
little bit bratty?
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say probably youngest, but just wanted to make sure. Yeah.
Amber, I was just addressing some things politely, that it's being in bed and seeing your name tagged over and over in videos and you're thinking it's something new. There was a couple important
That's
things that I wanted to address about it
that's
that were
another thing. sorry, is
No,
that
it's okay.
he's putting up videos, tagging you in them, and you're not even making videos. You're barely in any chats.
No.
Like, I will be off of YouTube for weeks and come back, and there's Brutally Lauren, like, what the hell?
I'm gonna put your link in chat. They were saying who is this is Brutally Lauren. This is my friend that we've been friends on here for a couple of years now, huh?
Yep. My sister has been always better than mine too. My sister's got it all. She's probably better than me, and my little brother is too, I guess. He used to play for the Colorado Rockies, and he's the baby, so he gets babied on top of that. So yeah, there's that.
You know what's the most frustrating about it
Hmm.
is so when, and you can relate to this, I know a lot of you can. So when I've responded to any videos that have been made, whether I'm nice about it or mean, people will say, he's dragging me again. He's obsessed with me. He's talking about me, but they won't mention like that they made a video about me first. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
They won't
yes,
say
yes.
like, and all I've done is like maybe mentioned it or, responded to it, whatever, which I have the right to do. And then people like Surviving the Storms will be like, oh, and she'll defend, who, and be like,
Mm,
oh, well, she has a channel. She has the right. Well, so do I. If you're going to talk
mm,
about me, listen, it's a ping pong ball. It's going to go back and forth. But
mm,
what I'm learning to do is not to throw like those insults out there
mm,
and actually address the things that are more defamatory, things that are actually affecting me. And then the
mm.
rest of it just being like, who cares? Like, I don't need to address, like, if I were going to sit here and address all of what Captain Kangaroo did, you and I would do a whole series. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I honestly think, because so you were off of YouTube for what, 10 days, we'll say, give or take, and he's
Yeah.
still
I did like a
dropping
phone in.
videos.
I
Yeah.
did like a check-in stream or whatever, but
Well, I don't think he's addressed that. But if he would have stopped right then and there, as soon as you were off of YouTube, we wouldn't be discussing him, and it'd be over. It would fizzle out.
yeah.
I honestly think that. What would we be talking about him? I think the only reason why I am is because he keeps dropping videos on you.
Yeah. And you're right, Amber. Living Like Phoenix says they're just doing it to draw me back in drama. And
Yes.
you and I were discussing like they want a new like Robbie blow up. But the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
like, I truly that situation that went real life on me, just from me simply, and this is what I've learned. This is what I'll say about AJ. I will never threaten to get a restraining order on anybody ever again if they're not doing anything to physically like put me in danger, right? Because I
Mm-hmm.
kept threatening it just because she kept making videos. I have learned to accept, like you said, and embrace there are people that are obsessed with me.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the honest truth, or else I wouldn't be all over their channel. So what
Mm-hmm.
I've learned is I should have never threatened that, because in return, she was like, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to get one on you first. And she made it sound like I was threatening her physically when really I was threatening her with a restraining order. I'll never
Mm-hmm.
fucking do that again, ever again.
Yeah, that whole restraining order thing. What did that just kind of stop, or what happened with that?
She removed it when she contacted my lawyer. He texted me. He was like, she's contacting me. And he showed me the whole conversation. And as soon as she found out he was real, she went and she dropped it. And then she said she could say whatever she wants, which is fine. But in my personal opinion, she found out that I actually had real representation and protection, and she didn't have anything against me.
You showed proof.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Are they
So
even allowed to is the person allowed to contact your attorney? I thought that was like against the rules or something.
that's what she was asking him in the conversation. She's like, I don't know if I can talk to you or whatever. And uh, then they had their back and forth, and
Mm.
I'll just say that. But yeah, he let me know, and he showed me, and I was like, I told you, it was crazy.
Well, on that note, if I was putting a restraining order on someone, I don't care if they have representation or not. If I feel harassed by somebody, I'm not going to drop it for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and yeah, and I
So
had said
that
in the
speaks volumes. That does. It speaks volumes.
right, and a lot of people, because she was saying that I showed up to court without my lawyer, which is true. I did. I didn't need him there with me. He put together all of my exhibits and everything. She didn't show up, and I did this in the stream where I went over everything because people were calling me a liar. And of course, I'm going to be transparent. If you're going to call me a liar, especially when I'm doing a fundraiser, like taking your money, I'm going to show you everything. She didn't show
Right.
up to court, and she said the reason why was because she was scared. But meanwhile, she's making videos about me the entire time. And it's like, no, she's not
Scared of what?
at all. No.
What was she
And I
scared of?
actually like, and I have nothing against her, but I could have had her criminally charged for lying, because
Mhm.
I had my lawyer put together the exhibits of me saying, I was literally saying for months, I'm going to get a restraining order on this person. And what she said was, she told them that I said I was physically going to go to her house. That never happened. So that right there is contempt in court. It's lying.
Yeah,
you
right.
lied. And she also used a statement that I said to Shipwreck Beck. I had said to Shipwreck Beck something along the lines of her pretty face, she's not going to be smiling, something along the lines of that when I'm done with her. And I meant legally. And
Right.
she used that as well when that wasn't even directed towards her. And it's the thing is too, and what my attorney told me is, this is all on my public platform. So anything that's said to her was not going to her channel, not harassing her like she claims. This was all said basically in my territory that she was
Right.
coming into. So in all actuality, they were the ones coming to me, you know.
Right.
I have the right to
Yes.
say whatever as long as I'm not harassing people on the internet. And I wasn't.
Dragons.
I was speaking my mind.
Dragon Star says, "What if you are scared of her? Does that affect, or how does that affect you? Not count? Or did I write that right?
Oh, exactly. And I am. Look,
Oh,
there
okay.
are some people, I am scared of her. I'm not going to lie, because I know she goes real life on people. I experienced it. And I experience on a daily basis the consistent attacks and lies, even though I've been completely silent. And I'm going to continue to be that way. I don't have anything else to address with her. I've showed everybody what I did with the fundraiser. And I'm actually going to be completely honest with you guys, and I have no shame in my game. I didn't hit my limit and I put the rest on my credit card, but I have so much other debt that I'm actually claiming bankruptcy here in the next month. And I'm just
How
going to put the
dare
rest of that
you?
on there. Yeah. Because
It's not
I
something you
didn't
would
hit my
say.
limit, and I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I have more debt besides my credit card anyway, so that's a whole other story.
Did you hear what he said, guys? He said he spent our money.
Oh, well, I did on the lawyer. I raised
No.
like
I mean, they're going to twist that around like you did something shady.
Oh yeah.
You know? Yes.
Yeah. But no, I raised like 3,400, and then I
Wow.
put the rest on my credit card, and I actually got a $500 refund from the lawyer because that's the only thing I didn't use from everything that I got. But yeah, it goes fast. People are like, even Surviving the Storm, where'd the $5,000 go? Surviving the Storm, clearly you've never had to get an attorney or never paid one, because you don't know how a retainer works. When
That does go fast.
You're talking to them. Every time I was talking to him, it's
or texting
exactly.
them. I know one of the attorneys I had, he charged for texting too.
Yep. Even if he's the one doing it first, because when he's texting me, he's not just saying, "Hey, how you doing?" It's about what's going on. So, you know, we're talking about the case.
And why do they care where your money's going, you know?
Well, hey, I'll have no problem. Like, if I come on here and say, like I did, I don't have money for a lawyer, but I need one, then I'm going to show you what I'm spending the money on. I'm not just going to be like, haha, you'll never know, because that's just not fair. Hey, Van.
Right. Yeah.
But
oh yeah, she's the one that does the karaoke's, isn't she? She's good. I watch her. Yeah, I watch her sometimes.
Yes.
Does she has a guy she sings with? Maybe is there? I know there's a guy. Maybe her husband or boyfriend. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'll say hi next time. I just watch from the bushes, but yes, I do watch her.
Yeah,
because you referred her channel, of course.
And those are the channels I love to hang out in and watch. Like today, I shared Jackson Saves Everything in my community post. He legit sits there and he does movie reviews and stuff, but when he goes live, he will do he's like a stoner in college, so he'll like smoke weed out of a bong, and he has something like toke and something, and he'll talk about really interesting topics in the news, and he'll smoke, and he has even a toke cam, and he's no drama, and he's funny, and he's edgy, and he's got a sense of humor that's really controversial, and he's entertaining. Those are the kind of channels like Rosaling. I love watching her channel because she does positive, like reading stuff like that. You do tons of different stuff, like when you're talking about sobriety, like there's actual people that I connect with. Like it's not just watching dramatic shit all the time, you know?
Well, one of this guy that I grew up, and he was gorgeous, Robbie. Oh my God. His name was Aaron, and he was like my best friend, turned into being like my brother. Well, he calls me one day and he says, I'm sure this isn't going to be a surprise to you, but I am going to start dressing as a woman. Oh gosh, okay. So I started mourning the loss of my brother, and I guess celebrating the fact that I now have a sister, and she is a Black woman now. And so I had her on a few weeks ago, and it was the night before she had her surgery, and it got put off after we did that stream. It got put off for a few days. She finally had it, and now she's I guess she's all healed up from her surgery, and now she's full woman, and now she's supposed to come back on again and tell about what has happened since the surgery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was describing what they do to your thing when oh God. I was even hurting, and I don't even have one.
Out of curiosity, one time I looked up an adult film to see how it works, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting.
Yes. And she did not hold back either. Oh boy, yeah. Go ahead.
I wasn't like interested sexually in it, you know, but I was watching this adult film, and I'm like,
right, I get it. Yeah.
Oh, like I didn't know that there was, you know, because man, my mom hates when I mention this. Hey, Tia, I love Tia's channel too. But when my brother, who this is my oldest brother, who I didn't grow up with, my mom gave him up for adoption when she was 16 in high school, her first kid, you know, all that. He found us a couple years ago.
Oh, wow.
No.
Oh.
He was in prison. He had gotten out, solicitation of murder. That's all I'm going to say. And it's a lot like, I feel like I'm watching Scream when I watch our story, because he's like that crazy person. He is really just not all there. Anyways, long story short, is he ended up, I didn't know he dressed as a woman. I'm getting these harassing messages from a woman after he stops talking to us. And I'm like, who is this crazy woman? And I look, and it's him, and he actually ended up getting, like you said, the full surgery and stuff too. And I don't know her, I don't talk to her, but so now
wait, so your brother is now, oh, right, okay.
Now I have two sisters and one brother, you know, the cop brother as well.
Right.
But it's interesting because I was getting to know him as him, and then, you know, I would love to do an interview on a trans. I think that would be, as a matter of fact, I think Lauren, you should do it with me because you have some good questions.
I could have Ari. Well, her name was Erin, and now it's Ari. I could ask her to come on yours. Oh my God, when you see him, you're gonna be like, oh my God, why'd you do that? He's got like medium dark skin. He had these really light colored eyes. He was just gorgeous. He was gorgeous, but he's beautiful. She's beautiful now. But I showed before pictures and after pictures, and she's totally okay with it.
Well, I mean,
but she does not like to be called. And actually, I think now you can't even tell. Like, she's not one of those trainees that still have masculine features. Like, to me, she looks like a woman. So,
I will say this about I don't want to say brother. She's my sister now. And I had found out through a Facebook post of a mutual, this is how crazy this world is small, mutual friend that we had on Facebook. And mind you, I didn't know my brother, like I didn't know her my whole life because I always knew she existed, but I'd never met her until like recently. And we had a mutual friend, and I had found out on his page that she had got the full surgery because they were good friends. And he was like, okay, they're going for their full surgery today. It's official. And I was like, wow. And it's just, I really want to get to know her, but she doesn't like, I think there's a lot of jealousy and anger there.
Yeah. Cause she was given up or whatever. Seth is a trans, and he would love to answer questions.
I was going to say that, Seth, but I was waiting for you to say that. I would love for you to come on sometime, and that would be a really interesting conversation because, again, a lot of times we hear, men transitioning to women, but, so that would be really, really interesting.
Yeah, and I can tell you because I told her I was like, this is YouTube. Some strangers might come in and ask you questions, or it might get uncomfortable. And I think she was asked, well, once you have the surgery, will you be able to have an orgasm as a woman? That was probably the most personal question that I remember. But for the most part, everybody was real respectful. But there was a lot of questions for sure, a lot of them.
Well, just naturally, there's a lot. Good night, April. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. I guess maybe that's why I watched a adult film, because I was really interested how that worked and what it looked like, because I had no idea what it even looked like down there after surgery, which there's still a little thing, like a kind of a ding-a-ling still kind of there.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Naturally, I think people just, wonder. So it's natural to be curious about it.
Yeah. The weird thing is somebody asked, so what, I guess, wanted to know how the procedure worked. And she just got a smile on her face. And she's like, yeah, they're going to cut it off and they're going to rip this. And I'm like, she just got a smile on her face. And it's like, yeah, I'm getting ready to be mutilated. And she had no shame. She didn't care. And she didn't care to tell anybody about how it went.
Yeah.
I don't even know what brought this up. I'm sorry. I can't remember why we brought this up, but
no, I don't mind it actually.
Okay.
What's interesting to me is the politics behind it and the emotions, because not only are you going through, it's just like if you get a facelift or in a new face, there's emotional stuff going on behind having to transition and get used to your new face, even if you're not getting a sex change. So imagine getting a sex change, not only getting used to what you look like differently or your different body parts, but also how other people are reacting to it and all that stuff that goes along with it.
Oh, and should I mention that her father is a preacher, a Baptist preacher at that. So, but her family was very accepting of her. I think they are now. I don't know. They still have a small penis after the surgery. I don't know. I couldn't listen to all the details, but I know for the most part, and it's, I don't know.
No, and I'd be interested too, Seth, just to know, whatever you're comfortable talking about, but just because even before, because we don't know what's down there, everybody has clothes on. So even when you see somebody and maybe they look like a woman and then they talk and they have a deep voice and maybe that hasn't transitioned yet, or they're not going to change their voice, everybody does it different, but everybody reacts so differently. And, then there's the bathroom controversy and all that kind of stuff. So it's just interesting. I'd be interested to know real people that have gone through that.
Yeah. And I also know, what you were saying, they have to go through a lot of therapy. It's like a requirement. You cannot have this surgery until I guess they have to take tests or something in therapy, but the therapist actually has to sign off on the surgery. So you can put all these thousands of dollars up for this surgery out of your pocket, but you still have to have the yes of the therapist.
Right.
I don't understand trans. I still don't, Seth, to this day. I'm not against it. I just don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I just know somebody very close to me is. And Robbie.
Right. Well, yeah, that would be the thing with me. If I got a nose job or anything, and then I didn't like the turnout, and I couldn't even imagine doing a whole transition, because your whole life changes. Everything about you changes. So it's but I think a lot of people that, I don't know this for sure, and I'm sure Seth does, but if you're certain and you feel like you're a different person inside of a body, I think I do want this. So I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard a story of somebody regretting it yet.
But I have. There's some on you. Look it up on YouTube. Yep. Really? There is. Yes. Yep.
I'm very interested in those.
Yes, me too. Yep.
Emotional, because can you switch back after
That I don't know, but I know there's a lot of trans I guess it would be like male to female that have regretted it. And I even asked Ari the night before we thought it was her surgery. I said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And she's like, "Lauren, yes, I've wanted to do this for 15 years." And I'm like, "There is no turning back. Like they cannot put it back on. Like, are you sure?" And I asked her this live, and she was like, "I have been at peace with this for years, and I'm ready." She was excited. She wanted to do it, and I have asked her since, and she has no regrets so far. So we're good.
Wow.
We have a transgender in our community. She is now a man. So I assume Seth is woman to man. Is that right?
I'll let them answer because I don't want to. But and that's why somebody was saying like you would never know. But I think
right, yeah.
D-trans is a nice looking. Seth is a nice looking guy. I would have never known if that is the case.
No, I wouldn't have known if he wouldn't have said it. Not at all.
No, I
yes,
never.
Female to male. Okay.
Sherry, I never like I played Wonder Woman when I was little, but I always knew that I wanted to be a guy. I just never got. My dad always tried to show me how to work on the car, and my dad always fixed my cars for me. So I was like, if you're gonna do it, then why do I have to learn?
Right.
But I never.
And I was a tomboy. Like I didn't play with Barbies growing up. I didn't do any of the girly stuff. I was always wanting to play sports and do guy stuff.
I played with Barbies.
You did?
And I also took the clothes off of Ken, and we had this Elvis Presley doll that was like a Ken doll, and I would make him naked.
Oh, no, I never had an interest in it. I liked Legos and stuff like that.
Maybe I like Legos, but woman. I always connected with girls. Like I always get along with girls really good, but you know, I never felt like I wanted to be one. I just relate with girls more. I'm not emotional like girls are. Like I don't cry. I'm not sappy and cheesy. But I just connect more with the humor and tons of, I don't know. But the older I get, I guess it's not about gender. It's whoever I get along with. But
exactly right.
Ooh, that is a good question, Tia. What's your opinion about transgenders having their own public restrooms? The way I've always looked at it is if you're comfortable to go in somewhere and you can pull it off, you know, and not be creepy and weird, because I mean, obviously there's a way to abuse that when it comes to locker rooms. I'm more concerned about the locker rooms than bathrooms because there's children or people naked in locker rooms. So, you know, that could just give anybody the right to be like, hey, like nowadays you don't even have to dress up as the other. You could just walk in and be like, you can't tell me I can't be in here, and then, you know, call it discrimination or whatever. So I think having the separate like family bathroom is like the best solution to it, because a lot of people are traditional. So it's like you can't please everybody with it, because you have some people being like, no, this is the way it's always been. And then you have some people where they feel like they're going to be harassed in the bathroom for dressing as a woman or whatever it is. So I'm traditional, but I'm also respectful. So I wouldn't be like, get out of here, because obviously times have changed. But I do like having like the family bathroom solution. I think that's like the best solution for it. What about you, Laura?
Well, Carolyn is upset. I'm not mad at you. I apologize. This just has me upset.
Oh, I think she's referring to Carolyn. I haven't seen you in my chats in a while. I think she sent me a lot of weird emails. Like,
I just want to make sure the subject wasn't
like unstable. You would be nice and then mean and then nice and mean. I think you're hard to read. I just think as long as you're nice, you can stick around, but you're very confusing. But you're being nice for now, so you could stay.
Yeah. So yeah, I get the bathroom thing's not really an issue for me. If I see like, because you can abuse that, like Ari, of course I could use the bathroom. She feels like she's a woman. She's using the restroom as a woman, and that's how I kind of look at it. Like, so no, and most of the time nobody's going to be like, hey, I'm a woman, guys. You know, I'm going to come into your woman's bathroom. No, I mean, as long as they're not messing with me.
Yeah, Seth, if you want, I got like maybe 15 more minutes if you want to come up real fast, because I think it's easier just to explain.
Yeah. I don't think so I did have this she is trans. Well, she's a man now, but she had a huge crush on me when we were growing up, or he, And oh my God, he was so cute. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. I like boys. And I couldn't find back then, and this is like in the 90s, I couldn't see myself being with her because she was a girl, really. But
I
yeah, so
knew
I had
somebody.
that experience kind of one time, but yeah.
Well, and it's uncomfortable because you don't want to offend somebody, but everybody's into something different. So
Mm.
I actually know someone, I'm not going to say who, but their brother was their husband's no. Her brother went to prison because she had found out the woman she was sleeping with was not a woman and beat them to death with a fire extinguisher.
Oh.
And it was really controversial. It happened, I want to say like 7 years ago out here. And it's like, you want to have sympathy for the person, but killing them, no. Being honest in a relationship is key to anything. But hold on, let me make sure. Seth, is that you?
Okay.
Hello?
Hey.
Oh, okay, it's you. I know your voice. How
Yeah,
you
that
doing?
doesn't look like a woman at all. You did a wonderful job.
Handsome.
Yes.
So, because I don't really know what non-binary is, but I'll just let you kind of take it away, Seth, in school.
Wait, I have one question first. What was your name as a woman?
It was Stephanie.
Stephanie. I like Seth better.
Yeah.
I like Seth better.
Thank you.
And how long have you been, how long have you been like this? Gosh, I can't even ask the question.
Yeah. So I'm trying to educate people because I think people don't understand. It's understandable because us trans people, we think something is wrong with us and don't understand too. And I'm older, so back in the 70s and 80s, when this came up, you didn't know what was up. Like, you knew you weren't gay, but you knew you were different, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I just turned 48. And
wow.
I knew I wasn't gay because I wasn't comfortable being with the same sex as I was. And I always felt like a guy, I couldn't look in the mirror and see myself. And that's, the gender identity and, understanding what that is you as a person you got to be able to look in the mirror and be accepting or you're not. And when you feel like you don't have certain parts that you feel like you are, that's where it becomes a problem.
So are you attracted to men or women now?
Women. I've always been attracted to women.
So you weren't a gay woman?
No, never. Nope.
See, that's where I get confused because my sister, my quote unquote sister, she's like that too, and I don't understand that at all.
Right.
So you weren't attracted to men as a woman?
Say
right?
That again.
When you were a woman, you were not attracted to men? See, this is where. Okay, go ahead.
No. So I'll tell you.
And let us know if anything, if you don't want to answer anything. But
right. Most of them are very. Yeah, I don't want to make you uncomfortable or anything.
We're just curious.
Yes.
You're not gonna make me uncomfortable.
Okay.
So I went out with very good-looking men because when I was a female, I was not ugly. I mean, I was an attractive female, but it made me sick to think to do something physical with a man. But I couldn't be with another female as a female, if that makes sense.
That makes sense
I
to
knew
me.
I was male, and I didn't feel comfortable being with a female, attracted to a female, as I was until I transitioned.
That makes sense.
And now you are a straight man.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, but I still don't get how your brain function. You know what I mean? Like if you're attracted to something, whether you change, I don't know. It just to me, if you're attracted to something, you're changing, but your mind is still the same for the most part. Am I getting that wrong?
Well, here's the thing. One thing people don't get, because Robbie's a gay man, right? And
Oh
I'm
yeah.
Sometimes. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I did
So-
lose my virginity to a woman. But
Right,
yeah.
right.
So what I like to tell people is, it's not who you go to bed with, it's who you go to bed as a trans.
Okay.
So your attraction is different. Because listen, you can have a trans person that transition from, like me, female to male, that's attracted to a male, that will be what a gay male, a cisgender male would be attracted to. So all that is different. And I will tell you with trans, now I've not researched with homosexual people, but I have with trans, because I had a problem with, I grew up with my faith, and people look down on that. They don't understand it, and Southern Baptists really don't.
Yep, that's what I was raised
So,
as, believe it or not.
my
Yep.
family still does not. They don't approve of it, and
They still
it's
call you
been a struggle.
Stephanie.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm Steph. I've gotten kind of halfway there. I'm now Steph.
hmm
So,
Can I ask you something, Seth, that I
people
Go
need
ahead.
to understand the medical aspect of it, the hormones, the way embryos get hormones and that kind of thing. With transgender, it is, I'll tell you this, hormones. So when you're developing certain parts of the body anatomy, with transgender people, normally it's you're getting more testosterone than estrogen, and it's not enough to develop the men parts, if that makes sense. So you come out as a female, but your brain, if somebody was to take me when I die and dissect me, my brain is a male.
hmm
Wow.
So that's the difference. The hormones, what transfers, what develops your parts. That's the difference. Now with people that are homosexual, there's probably something there I haven't researched. But it's all medical. It's all medical.
I have never known that. That is the
Mhm,
very
me
first time
neither.
I've ever heard that because there's always a lot of people that are like, I don't feel comfortable inside of a man or a woman, vice versa. I've never heard it like that before. So that
Do you think your
makes
brain's always been male, or was it after the testosterone?
Oh my God. Y'all, I've been an athlete all my life.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was a tomboy. Here's the thing. You grow up when you're female thinking, okay, I'm a tomboy, I'm gonna grow out of it, right?
Mhm.
No, because I dated men in my 20s,
Mm-hmm.
and it made me sick. It made me sick to have to think I'm going to do something physical with that person, because my brain is a male. I'm a straight male, and that's the difference.
How old were you when you decided to transition? Tammy was asking. Thank you, Broken Dishes. I'll post that.
So, because I didn't know what transgender was for so long, and I'm older, I'm 48. I didn't know what it meant to transition. So I came out 2017, actually New Year's Day, and I started transitioning at that point. And it was very late in life. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and see, a lot of people get confused, like with Caitlyn Jenner, they're like, why wait so long? But it's like everybody gets comfortable in their own time.
Yep.
Broken Dishes is saying, Dear Seth, I hope I word this okay. Years ago, knew a woman who was basically trapped in a man's body. His brain was wired as a woman, and he was born as a man. Sadly, he thought as a woman, but was in a male body. So he was never got the transition.
Sounds like exactly what Seth is saying, but Seth got the transition.
Like opposite, yeah.
Are you still transitioning? Oh yeah, I know Robbie's got a question too. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just curious about, like, because not everybody, obviously you do it for yourself, not just for dating, but when it comes to meeting a woman, is, I guess my question for you is it something that's kind of brought up right away, or because you know how some people, they're like, how come you didn't tell me, or you kind of tell them right away, or how like in your experience have you approached that?
Yeah, you know, being older is different. And especially I told y'all about my family. I was kind of scared. I didn't know how they would respond. I know my faith, and that's why I love Robbie so much, because he just fights for what Jesus stands for. And that's something I struggle with transitioning. I've always known I wasn't who I was, if that makes sense. It didn't make sense. My body, who I was born as, didn't make sense. I just,
You wanted to
being
embrace
born,
your full self,
yeah,
right?
being born in a time frame that we didn't have all the research back then, and now we have research. I started doing this in 2015, and I got on YouTube. Y'all are going to laugh at this. I didn't get on YouTube for criminal cases and true crime. I got on YouTube searching for transgender female to male to see if anybody else.
Boy, did you take a sharp turn.
Yeah.
How'd you end up here?
Yeah. And I started finding people, and I'm like, holy crap, man, that's me, And so knowing other people related to me, late in life, I decided to transition, and I'm still having problems with my family, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And if anybody's listening to me right now, if you're struggling, your family too, please don't do suicide as an alternate, please, because this is what's happening. Kids are doing this. They're taking their life because people are being picked on. They don't get it. Please don't. Please know you're worth that. You're worth whatever you are. If you're trans, if you're gay, gosh, you guys, you're loved, you're worth it. You are who you are. Just like you, Robbie. This is what I love about you. You put faith in there, and you're gay. And I love that. That is beautiful.
That's like what's helped me with being gay the most, because, you hear, and thank you, Dragonstar, by the way, they're saying thank you for coming up and talking about this. But just like all of the anger that comes, like you get a lot of anger towards Christians being gay.
Yeah.
And then you get a lot of anger from gays being a Christian, because a lot of gay people have been mistreated by Christians. So when I tell them I'm a Christian, they're like, how dare you? And your judgment. I was like, so you're kind of on the fence with it. But like, my faith in God is kind of what's really helped me accept that I'm not going to go to hell. Like all this stuff that you're told, like you're loved by God, and you don't have to be told that you're loved. You can experience it yourself.
Yep, absolutely.
Right.
Glad you're safe, Siren. Siren was in an ice storm. It took him 3 hours to get.
Yeah, it's bad
to get
here.
home. I think he's close to you.
I'm in Indiana.
I think that's close to where he is. You're probably getting the ice storm too, then, right?
Oh yeah, we got it. We can't leave. Yeah, we're in the house.
Bye, Amber. Yeah, that's just, thank you for doing that, Seth, because I always get uncomfortable. Like I'm like, with me, when people ask me about being gay, well, I don't care about any question even gay jokes. I'm like, fire away. I probably have better ones than you do. But, you never know what questions are okay and how you're going to talk about something. So I'm glad you're really open about it, because some people, you don't know how to, some people get really offended, whether you say ma'am or sir or excuse me or they or this or them. So nowadays,
I think it's how you ask in a way too. Like if you ask, like if you're a bigot and I'm like, how did you do that? Like if you ask it in a certain way that's offensive, I guess. I'm in no way a bigot. I love everybody, but I do have another question. Did you have your chest removed? Did you have that surgery?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I've had
Okay.
that surgery and all. I'm pretty much fully transitioned.
Mhm.
The bottom surgery is a little bit more difficult because you have to do certain. It's actually easier as a man becoming a woman doing the
Oh,
bottom surgery.
I can
So
imagine.
It sounds
yeah.
like it's probably easier, honestly, but so I don't know. I don't know if you're comfortable telling us. That is one thing I do not know is how that
Well, can
happens.
I add a weird question that goes along with yours? Like, can I donate my penis to science? Because I have a really good penis. When I die, somebody will want this dick. They will want mine. Seriously, I swear it's so good. It is.
Look at Robbie saying he's got a nice penis. How dare he?
Well, I guess
Hater.
what I'm
Robbie,
saying.
listen. Well, listen, dude. When you're transitioning, you're able to pick the size of your penis.
No.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So is it an actual donated penis though? Or is it like a built from like a
It,
man-made penis?
yeah, it's a man-made penis. They actually use your skin, your veins, all of that stuff to create your penis.
So it
And
has
Whoa.
sexual function? Like,
it does, yes, it does operate functional through sex, but it takes some time
Wow.
because you got to build that, and then you got to be able to pee through it and all that. I mean, excuse my language, audience,
No.
that's
but yeah,
That's what we all do it.
hey Lily
yeah,
Bell.
yeah.
But I can't donate my dick. Maybe I'll just make it
Damn
a
it.
statue. Like you know how they do clone a weenie? I'll just make my
Mhm.
penis like a statue after I pass away and I'll keep my ashes in it. It'll be like a
Or you can do a
penis
mold
bird.
of it. You can do like a mold. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and then and I'll give it to my mom. Just kidding.
Where's Joan? Joan, where are you?
My mom, she would definitely not want me to be talking about my penis right now, but she would be interested in this conversation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No matter exactly, Bobby Pin, we are, and not everybody, just like I said earlier, it's not even like about the image, it's about your lifestyle. And so if some people are like, oh, I'm not comfortable with my nose, it's not who I am, I don't like the look of it, and they get a nose job or whatever. Obviously changing your gender is it's a bigger transition, but in a way it's like you're just feeling comfortable in your body with
Mhm.
yourself.
I had to learn because I
Yeah,
was so close
absolutely.
to Aaron. Like the way I thought about it was I'm mourning my brother because we've always been extremely close, and now I have to celebrate my sister. But now that I think about it, I mean, she's still the same person. Like she hasn't changed at all, just the way she
Absolutely.
looks
Yes.
does.
Mhm.
Yes.
So, and it took me all this time until maybe 5 minutes ago to realize that, and I need to call and tell her that. Honestly, she is the same
Yeah.
person because I've always thought about that I was mourning him.
Can I ask a controversial question? Somebody said this earlier, and I was wondering too, because I have my own opinions on this. What do you think about after you transition, like playing in female sports or men's sports, competing, like
Especially
wrestling
because
or
you were an athlete.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But you guys, you're gonna get a kick out of this because I played soccer through college, and I had a scholarship and all that. I played
Wow.
better than the guys as a female.
Yeah.
The sports thing, I'll tell you, it is controversial because. So here's the thing: knowing the human anatomy, so for a guy to go to a female, they're going to automatically be better, right?
Yeah, because our
For a
bodies are
girl to
built.
go to a guy sport, it's difficult. I mean, you're not as good a lot of times. So I'm gonna tell you, that's a hard question
Mhm.
because a guy going to a girl, they're automatically gonna be better. I'm just gonna be very transparent.
Mhm.
Well, because our muscles
The
grow
They just are.
differently. Yeah.
Yep.
It's just like I don't know, like men just are naturally, I mean, obviously not me right now, but stronger, but my muscles do grow. That's the first thing that grows when I start working out is I'll get muscle definition and stuff.
Yeah.
And women are more, you're more dainty most of the time. I mean, that doesn't mean women aren't strong. It's just, it's just different. I'm trying not to be offensive when I say it like you were saying, but yeah, our bodies are just, they're wired differently. Welcome, chronic stress.
It's not offensive. It's the truth. I mean, it's a fact. So
yeah.
In my opinion, it is. There might be some women out there like, how dare you say that? I can do whatever you can do. Well, okay.
Tammy's, can your penis have, if you have a transition, like orgasm? I know the men's one can because I watched that one adult film and there's still like a thing there. So yeah. I would imagine so because you still have the veins and stuff and it's your skin. So it's like sensitive, right? Probably real sensitive if it's a new penis.
Yeah, you still have an erection and all that stuff. It takes time. Once you have the surgery, it takes some time to be there, like fully. But yeah, I mean, you're fully functional sexually. Yeah.
That's good. I mean, that's a plus bonus.
Yes,
I have two questions about that. Do you plan on having the surgery? And if or if not, how much is the surgery?
The surgery is very expensive for female to male. More so than male to female. Because, I tell you this, because with a male, you're basically, this is how they do the male, and I'm be kind of graphic, y'all. The male parts are tucked inside the body to make a vagina, and it's real easy to do that. But for a female to go to male, you're basically building that part of your body using all of your skin, your veins, all that stuff. So it's a lot more expensive. It's over $100,000. It is.
Missing in life said it best.
It's a lot of guys that are trans, they don't have the bottom part because the top part, the chest part, maybe $5,000-$6,000. They can raise that, but to do the bottom part, because think about it, you're having to connect all the arteries and all the function to that bottom part. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Night, Sherry-Ann. Female to male, and it was a lot. Well, I guess also it goes with like the comfort of, like I was saying, with dating people, because there are maybe some people that look for someone who's a transgender. Maybe that's what they're into or comfortable with and look for in a relationship. Like there's different things. And like, I don't know if you had to do counseling or like the emotions were different, or you still deal with anything like that just with yourself, with the transition, because it's like living. I guess what I'm asking you is, did any of your habits change? Like once you transitioned, did you feel more comfortable doing things that maybe you didn't before, or anything changed as far as like your actions?
Absolutely more comfortable.
Really?
Yeah. So one thing, I mean, when I talk about gender identity and dysphoria, whatever, I guess I'll tell you this, my chest area, because I had a big chest as a female, was very uncomfortable. And that needed
your back hurt.
Go. The bottom part is not as sensitive because people don't see that unless they're, naked. We're going to get naked, that kind of thing. So the chest was more of a problem for me. And I think most people, that's why there's so many trans guys that don't get bottom surgery. Because now y'all, I'm getting graphic. There's certain things you can do. Because you got, in the gay community as a female, there's things you can do to have intimate relations. I just put it that way.
Yeah.
So,
Oh
but
yeah.
for me,
I've had sex with a
Robbie, don't make me laugh.
no, I had sex with kind of a halfway transgender one time. They had hormones and they had boobs that were growing, real boobs.
Yeah.
He was lactating. I said,
Oh,
my God,
wow.
you're lactating, you have milk.
Wow.
We had sex. He had a penis though.
Oh, see. But for me,
Sorry.
like,
Interesting.
I can just tell you my experience because,
I was
you
the
know,
top.
every trans person's different.
Mm-hmm.
I was not okay until I was fully transitioned. Like, I didn't feel like myself until I had the full body of a dude, you know?
Mm.
Some are okay not having that bottom surgery. They just are. So it just depends on the person. I'm not in the, I'm gonna tell you this, I'll be political and put this out there. I am not going to pride parades and conversation and all that. I just wanted to be me. I just wanted to be me and be able to be who I was and who I am. And so that's where I am. And people don't know this. People that are on Robbie's channel right now are gonna be like, Seth is trans?
A lot of I didn't know. I actually,
didn't.
to be honest, I swear to you, I thought you were flirting with me. I thought you were a gay man coming into my chats because you would always come in. And I was like, why does this man keep coming in and he's handsome and he must be flirting with me? And then I heard your voice and I was like, maybe he is gay. I didn't know, you know, because you have like a man's voice, but you know, kind of like mine, I guess. And I was like, is he gay? And then I was like, wait a minute. And then you started talking, I think, on another channel about being trans. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
I had no idea. You're like way hotter than I am. You're handsome.
Thank you.
But no, you were saying something about self-dysmorphic disorder. It's not just something that, you know, anybody with wanting gender transition, they have. And I think that I've had it through my life. And I know this sounds really cocky, but I used to think and I used to focus on my flaws, and people would always tell me how attractive they thought I was. And I was like, what the hell? I must have self-dysmorphic disorder. And I didn't realize how hot I was. So I diagnosed myself, self-diagnosed.
But so and this is something my sister was trying to make me understand, is that trans is not a sexual thing at all. Yes. It is actually nothing sexual, like, because that's the first thing people ask about is, you know, how do these parts work? But she said it has nothing to do with sex at all. It has to do with the way you feel as a man or a woman.
Yes.
Is that right? Is that how it pretty much is across the board?
Why I said it's not who you go to bed with, it's who you go to bed as. So
right.
When you go to bed, what are you identifying as?
A hot man who diagnosed himself, self-diagnosed with self-dysmorphic disorder because I thought I was ugly, and I'm not.
No, you're not ugly.
Well, when you grow up with an older brother looking like my hot brother, you think you're ugly because all your friends sleep with your brother. Hey, check your connections and hot mess.
Oh,
they all
shoot.
did. All my female friends, yes, they all. I come to find out when I turned about 21, 22, I was like, my friend, I'm not going to say her name, but I was like, how come you always like talk to my brother and talk about him? She's like, we used to have sex in your grandpa's hospital bed all the time. My grandpa, he'd go in the shower or go on his balcony and smoke cigarettes. They'd have sex in his hospital bed in his room.
Wow.
And her oldest daughter looks a lot like my brother. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh.
And Gabe, if you're watching my channel and you text me, how dare you text me after saying something like that to get you to text me?
Oh.
Thank you, Hot Mess Missy.
Robbie makes me crazy laugh. I can't.
Well, no, but like self-dysmorphic disorder, I really do think I had it. I think a lot of people can have it on different levels because when I was a teenager and stuff, I would get like zits every like here and there, but I would zoom in and I would think that zit ran my whole life and I would freak out and be like, oh my God, I'm ugly or blah, 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 blah. And like you get like this self-image, it's distorted and it's not really what you look like, you know? I've seen a lot of hot
Yeah.
men that have acne on their face, and I'm like, holy shit, he's hot. But I could never look at myself with one zit on my face and be like, oh my God, I look good. I would focus on it. So it's just.
Do you have a channel, Seth? Oh, sorry, I was looking
Well,
at
I
the
have
chat.
a channel. I actually, I'm gonna put this out there. I've had a lot of people ask me to do a channel, and so I want to do that. I saw checking in the comments too.
Checking convictions.
I'm going to do that. I just y'all know how YouTube is. I don't want all this hater crap, drama stuff. I just don't want that.
Well, look, we started off kind of addressing that in a polite way, and this ended up being a really productive conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should start
matter-
a channel. I think you could help a lot of people.
And when people start a YouTube channel, I mean, and people that I've talked to, you don't think about haters. You think, I'm going to go out here, I'm going to discuss what I want to discuss, and it's thank God you're actually looking at it that way. But I think if you want to have a channel, you're just going to have to take what comes with it, and unfortunately, that is some hate.
Yeah. I mean, I see what Robbie's going through too. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean,
I was watching replay videos of myself and not even on my channel while I've been sick in bed for almost 10 days.
Yeah.
What the hell? But I mean, I will say that I have given it, I have contributed to the fights many a times. So
sure, me
I'm
too.
not innocent in situations, but there's some things where people really need to move on big time.
Yeah.
Because they just can't let go. Not to call Robbie his Siren likes when I call him a little bitch.
You know what I would suggest, Seth?
Siren, you're a little bitch, buddy.
Is that you do start a channel, because it seems like, and I there was a trans woman who was killed in Indianapolis, which is right by me, about a year ago, because she was transgendered, and I live in a pretty diverse area. But I think that you should, just so that you can help people who may be in that situation. It seems like you're pretty passionate about it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'm
thought
passionate,
of changing my
but
name
I'm
legally.
also kind of quiet because my family still does not acknowledge it, and that's hard for me. I'm still Steph instead of Seth, and it's tough. My birthday was just the January 29th, and I went home, and they don't
Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you.
You
it's
too?
tough.
Oh no, I'm
It's
sorry.
tough.
Yes, sorry. Go ahead. I'm getting confused here.
Yeah, I mean-
Happy late birthday, January 29th. Got it. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'm old. I turned old. I think my passion is more for the younger kids.
Right, yeah.
We didn't have that in the 70s and 80s. We didn't know what trans was. And now people are being condemned and made fun of. And I think people are not educated, and even people with faith. I have my faith. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Anybody listening, I'm going to go to heaven when I die.
Amen.
Because I have a relationship. So do not ever doubt faith in God, Jesus, loving who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a mistake. Listen, science is not perfect. And sometimes in an imperfect world, we're born in a fallen world. Believe it or not, do not think you're not worth who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I see so many suicides. Please, if you're having certain feelings, please reach out to somebody. Reach out to me. Reach out to Robbie. I know he's good.
No, fuck that. Don't reach out to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding.
Clipped.
I'm kidding.
Reach out to me.
Well, I was going to say too, because you were talking about how your brain can be a certain gender.
Yeah.
When people are like, oh, well, you're gay or you're going to hell, and they've said this, I'm like, what do you think about hermaphrodites? What choice do they have when they have to go a certain way? And I know that's like different to compare gays to hermaphrodites or trans, but they have to make a choice. Their parents have to make a choice. So are they going to go to hell if they choose one or the other? I think that's God's way of being a smartass, stop judging people. And I think that's why he kind of did the whole hermaphrodite thing, to be honest.
It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. My aunt, not my Aunt Sally, but my crazy aunt who used to harass me in emails all the time about going to hell. She literally said that hermaphrodites were the result of sinners on earth. And I'm like, you are delusional, bitch. Delusional. She's crazy. But yeah, it's
I'll
just
tell you this. On my birthday, January 29th, I get devotionals from Billy Graham's daughter, Ann Graham Lotz. Okay? And on my birthday, I got her devotional saying, my name is written in the book of life when I die. And that was my confirmation. Because I have one thing, you know, when you have faith, you pray and pray, God, am I doing the right thing? You know, that was just another confirmation. You know, I mean,
I was really careful when I prayed that one time, because one time I prayed for God, if it was wrong for me to be gay, to be attracted to women. And then I ended up sleeping with my boyfriend's best friend, who was a female, just to get back at him because he cheated on me. And then I was like, wait, God, was that right of me to do or not? Because I got a boner when I saw a girl, but then I was attracted to men still. And I'm like, God, it was confusing. God was just like, do whatever makes you happy. Just stop sleeping with your boyfriend's best friend.
Well, I think, hey, Robbie, what I tell you, because one thing they do with people that are homosexual, they bring up Sodom and Gomorrah, and I think,
oh God,
I'm gonna put this out there.
They were trying to rape angels in that story.
No,
that was the problem.
Robbie, here's the thing. So the whole Sodom and Gomorrah was people were doing immoral sexual acts. So men were dressing up to basically have sex with who they wanted to have sex with. And that's why God decided to just, you know, take care of that city. We're done. I'm done. You're doing something wrong. Okay?
Can I tell you something?
It's not that people, so like with Robbie, if he decides to be in a relationship with somebody and he's committed and it's a wholesome relationship, that's different. It's not what was in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I mean? It's not that sexual deviant, let's do this. Let's just be crazy. Let's just, you know, be kinky and whatever else, you know.
I think he's going to tell you you're wrong. I don't know. He's holding on the edge of his seat about something.
No, but I'm about to blow up. And Mom, I hope you're not listening, but Captain Kangaroo, I hope you clip the shit out of this. When I read that story in the Bible, I got a boner.
Whoa!
No, listen. The way they described the angels and the whole situation was like hot. And I prayed as soon as I got a boner. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was getting this. And it was like the way they explained it. I was like, oh my God, these angels this whole situation sounded like a porno, to be honest. And the way that story was described was hot. And I repented to God. I said, I am so sorry for this boner, Lord. I had a massive erection reading that book in the Bible.
I don't judge anyway, so
20 minutes. Yeah. So I had a pretty big one.
It sounds like it was just one big city full of orgies, right? And more.
And the angels, the problem with it is the angels that were coming down to like warn them or something, they were trying to sexually like woo these angels. And that's when I got aroused, because these angels sounded incredibly hot. And I was just picturing the whole situation with no air conditioning, them all sweaty. I was like, oh my God. Literally, oh my God. And I had to pray about it. Sorry, God, but it's the truth.
Well, but also you had people, but also you had the people there dressing up. And this is where trans comes in too. They were dressing up to have sex with certain people. So you might have a guy dressing up to sexualize someone else, then date them. that kind of thing. It was very, very just crazy, a crazy time. And I think
Plus, can
people
you
don't
imagine
get
how
that.
hot angels are? Like they're supposed to be, Satan's supposed to be the most good-looking angel of all time.
That's true.
And he woos people in with sex and stuff. I think I probably slept with a couple of demons in my
Sex,
life,
yeah,
or
yeah.
these people that are possessed. I'm not kidding.
I'm
One time
going
I
to
was
have to
having
pray
sex
for
with
you,
somebody.
Robbie.
Yeah, no, I was having sex with somebody in a bathhouse one time and I was on drugs. His face looked like a demon. It morphed into something else, but I don't know. I could have been hallucinating or lack of oxygen. God only knows. So,
Did you ever
but
turn
that
to
Captain
drugs, Seth?
Kangaroo.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Oh, it's okay.
What'd
Yeah,
you
Captain
say?
Kangaroo, please clip that. Please clip that. Just because of all of what you've been through, did you ever turn to drugs?
I have never done any type of drugs other than
Wow.
just having alcoholic adult beverages. No, I've never even done marijuana, to be honest.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I would think that it'd be common for trans people because you go through so much,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for not judging me, D-Rod. Oh, my mom's gonna love that. My mom's
Robbie,
gonna think that
we're
was
going to have to
blasphemous.
talk outside of this.
I know we do. You have me on Messenger, I think, but like I don't think it's normal to be honest with God. You can't hide your feelings from God. So literally, as I'm reading the
Absolutely.
Bible alone with a boner, of course I'm going to explain that to God and be like, "Sorry, you know what's going on here. This is a hot story. We're good." Like that's basically how the situation worked out.
Yeah.
But of course, if you're a hardcore Christian, you're going to be, "Oh, how dare you get aroused while listening?" It's like, give me a break. It's a very sexual story.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Also, when they describe Adam in the Garden of Eden, I got aroused by some of those pictures you see of Adam.
Yeah.
He looks good. I mean, he was the first man. He had to have been the hottest man ever.
Yeah. Right.
I mean,
How do you
God
know
makes
that's
beautiful
what it looks
people.
like?
Well, well, I don't, but like the pictures of you'll see because I also have a
Like
picture
paintings
Bible.
and stuff.
Yeah, and I have like the comic book Bible also, where they draw every page as a picture. So it's like, of course, the first man, imagine the first man God ever made in God's image. How beautiful that man and woman, Adam and Eve, how beautiful they had to be.
Yeah.
Like hot. And then the first time they had sex, ooh, we gotta change. We gotta
Well, what
listen
about Jesus, man? He's
Oh,
hot,
he was a
right?
hot one too, guaranteed.
Did you guys see that imaging where they actually took the Shroud of Turin and actually made Jesus's face, like what his face actually looked like? Have you guys ever seen that?
With the crystal blue eyes.
He's got a really big nose. I know that, but it's
Ooh, I like
on
big
YouTube
noses.
now. It was like on the Discovery Channel or something, but they have an actual they did all this research and they actually were able to make his actual face.
Well, I could be wrong, but I thought that I don't want to get this wrong, but I thought it was the Mormon religion. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I thought that they believed that Jesus actually resurrected from the cross and moved to America and started a family and had sexual relationships.
No,
But I don't
I've
know.
never heard that. I have no idea.
No, but if you guys, you need
Yeah, see,
to
Tammy knows what I'm talking about.
research.
Yeah.
Betty's been in bed.
Heaven is for real. The
I
guy,
love that.
the little
Yeah, it's a
kid,
good movie. It's good. Yeah.
there is a picture of Jesus, that is going to
The
circulating, that kind of thing. But yeah.
the little blind girl maid or something.
Well, no, there was a painter that was
Yeah.
she grew up atheist, and
Uh-huh.
she had a dream, and she painted his
yeah.
picture. And when the little kid saw the picture, because his dad was a pastor, and he kept saying, "Is this what Jesus looks like?" He's like, "No, no." Well, when he showed the picture that the little atheist girl painted, he's like, "That's
Chills.
him. That's him."
Yep.
You know,
And that's a true
that's
story.
incredible.
Yeah. Was that the movie with the butterfly pavilion in it, or was that the other one? Because I gotta say this story quickly because it's kind of long, but when
Okay.
I was having faith issues, and I'm pretty sure it was that movie, or it was the one with Jennifer Garner where her daughter, one of the two, but in one of those movies, they bring them to the Butterfly Pavilion in Colorado, and it's a true story. And this is a faith movie. So the reason I wanted to go see it was because I was struggling with my faith at the time. So I went to see it in movie theaters. I'm sitting in this movie theater and, waiting for a message from God or something. Westminster Promenade movie theater. You can look it up. And in the movie, they drive across country to take their child to the Butterfly Pavilion, which is in the same parking lot as the movie theater I'm in. Literally in Colorado. And I was like, okay, God, if you're showing me a sign, this is like the biggest sign you could have shown. Isn't that crazy? Any movie theater in the world. And I'm sitting in the same movie theater in the movie that's in the parking lot of the same Butterfly Pavilion that they went to. Isn't that insane?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
God is awesome.
God is awesome. Yes, he is.
Yeah, Robbie, I just put the links to that. Somebody asked for it. I gave the short 2-minute version, but then I put the whole documentary, which is like 50 minutes long, where they show how they came up with the face of Jesus. It's, if you guys are like Christians, you will want to see this. It's amazing. I actually cried, like tears were coming down my face as I saw the picture of Jesus. It's emotional at that. It's all scientific, and they digitalized and, all that fancy stuff. And just when you see his face, it's just something you need to
It's
see.
amazing. Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
very much so.
Yeah, and that was Heaven is for Real, where they took him to the Butterfly Pavilion. It was, God works in really
Yeah.
crazy ways. And what I tell people all the time is it's not about going to church. It's not about being told what to do. God makes rules because he wants you to enjoy your life. And there's a certain way you have to live in order to stay healthy and safe and enjoy your life. And it's, if you actually, what I tell people all the time that are atheists or whatever, and they're like, well, how do I get in contact with God? Dude, I cussed him out the first time he actually responded to me and said, you're not real. And he responded to me like, God is a person. And a lot of people feel stupid by talking to the air, but ask for signs. That's what I always tell people to start with. Zoe worked on the movie Heaven is for Real.
What
See,
did she
that's
do?
weird. We're talking about it. Yeah, what'd you do? Wow, this conversation really took a turn.
For real, it
I want to
did.
share my experience. Just one I've had. So I lost my sister 10 years ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She had cancer. She struggled for 3 years. Well, also my grandparents were in a nursing home struggling. And my grandmother passed away on November 4th. In 3 years, or 3 hours, I should say, my sister passed away the same day.
Mm-hmm.
In saying that, I want to tell you guys that my older sister, being the firstborn, wanted to just be the best of the best with my parents, okay? And my mom, when she told her my grandmother had passed away, she told her, it's okay, Jen. It's okay if you need to let go. It's okay. And she died that day.
Mm-hmm.
But then 2 weeks after that, my grandfather, the one that was married to my grandmother that passed away, we had a pastor go to him, and the pastor said, what do you want me to pray for? And he said, I had a good life. I just want to pray to go home. And in less than a week, my grandfather passed away.
Wow.
If you guys don't believe in God, and you're hearing me right now, he's real. And that's real. And we're not perfect. So,
God is
that's
amazing. It's
powerful.
crazy
That is
stories like
powerful.
that. Yeah, where you're like,
Yeah.
this is like, just unbelievable things that, I mean, seriously, when I tell that story about the butterfly pavilion, a lot of people have thought like, oh, you're lying, or that's just a coincidence. I'm like, it is no coincidence that I purposely went to see a movie because my faith was shaky and it was a true story about faith. And then I'm sitting in the same parking lot as where in the movie, they're in a different state. They literally traveled to where I was in real life in the movie. And I'm like, that's not a coincidence. God is awesome. He will go out of his way to be a smart ass. He is a smart ass too. So be prepared to laugh with God because he does smart ass stuff.
Seth, do you have a channel?
I don't. I've not been active. But.
Can anybody give Rosano the scripture of Sodom and Gomorrah? What book is that in? Iris knows. Iris. Sorry, Iris. I got aroused when I read that story. I don't think
that's in the Old Testament. It's in the Old Testament.
Oh, I testify. I'll testify to that.
But God is good. That's what people don't get. People say, well, if God's real, why does he allow this and that? Well, listen, you're born into a fallen world. And that's why Jesus is coming back. Jesus, he took everything away from what we do bad, right? And what people don't get is, that is taken away, and all that happened in the New Testament and all that kind of stuff is taken away. God took that away because he loves us that much. But there's also justice. There's also justice. So just remember that. And I had to remember that being trans,
Well, I want to add to what you said too, because a lot of people think heaven is just floating around and that's it. Like, no, heaven is a place that you earn. And there's lots of, imagine all the knowledge that's going to be in heaven. All of we're going to share each other's lives with each other when we get up there to see what we went through. Not only that, but we're consistently in a spiritual warfare with ourselves and with the world. And you're becoming a part of the army of God. So when you go through boot camp in the army, it ain't just peaches and cream. And people are always like, well, why did this? Why did that? Why do I get hurt? Why this? You are in boot camp, motherfucker. Toughen up, because you're not going to be molded to be a perfect person. You're being strengthened for something that we have no idea what heaven it is. We are being prepared for something that we need that strength for, is the way I look at it.
Right.
And pain comes along with that. So you better brace it yourself. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, Sodom and
it's
Gomorrah.
Genesis 19.
Ooh, God, I'm going to look that up tonight.
But what book are you going to read?
Just talking about Jesus, how gentle he was. He, he didn't condemn people. He loved them, and he told them, believe in me or drink from the fountain of who I am and that kind of thing. And he healed people. He was not harsh. Now, I'll tell you, he's harsh with taxes. He turned the tables over with the money. So you people that want to do money, he didn't like money,
No.
Well, what about the murderer on the cross? He said, you will see my face. Or what did he say?
Yes.
You will enter the gates of heaven with me. He said something really cool. I can't remember what it was exactly, but yeah. He said, forgive me, Father. And he said, I will see you in heaven with me, my son, or something amazing.
It's so easy. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I could forgive this and not that. And that's why even I always say Chris Watts' name, because I get a lot of shit. Even Chris Watts can go to heaven. Everybody can. And everyone's like, oh my God, how dare you? Yes. It's like, dude, you don't know.
Yeah.
And that's what brings me to what D-Rod said, is she's talking about people were saying that, someone her daughter who took her own life, she's been told is in hell. That is incorrect. You have no idea the pain that anybody's going through anywhere in their life. God knows. Everybody's walk with God is different. You may look at the most stingiest asshole in the world, and they could have the closest relationship with God. And the only way that they're able to stay that close is to be dickheads to everyone else and just stay to themselves and God. You don't know what people are going through. So everybody has their own understanding with God, and God understands everyone, even if we don't understand ourselves. There's a lot of shit I don't know. Like, why'd I get a boner reading a book in the Bible? God knows. He knows why. Because it was hot. It was.
But
As
God
Iris is
loves
putting
everybody.
the scriptures in the chat.
But Robbie, you do know that a boner is something. It is a physical part. It's something. It's what do you call it? It's something that happens to most men, and God actually gave you that feeling. So
Yes.
why would it be a sin? I mean, I know that's a weird way to look at it, but it's true. Like, or like the devil didn't give you boner. You know what I mean? Like,
no. I mean, I think if you lust, I mean, lust has gotten me in a lot of bad situations in my life. But like, I know, like, I'm self-convicted when I'm doing something wrong. When I'm cussing somebody out on the internet, whatever it is, God puts that self-conviction inside saying, you know, what you're doing is not okay. You know?
Yeah.
And you know, but when I get boners, I'm cool with it most of the time. I think God's pretty chill about it too. Unless I'm doing something to be unsafe with my body, then that's a different story. But, you know, like masturbation. But that's a whole other live stream. But sometimes masturbation has saved me from going and being lustful with other human beings. So it's like, which one should it be? Because if you don't let out sexual release, you can become a really aggressive person. You could even become probably a murderer. So masturbation can be good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it talks about masturbating in the Bible, does it?
Robbie, you look like you're feeling better.
I am feeling better.
Oh, and before I forget, Cohen says hi.
Oh, hi, Cohen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you see, no, she's standing next to me now, but she comes into your chat and she is Kokomo. She'll just come in and say hi. She did earlier tonight.
Hey, Cohen.
I love you, Cohen. You're so sweet.
He said, I love you, Cohen. I got my headphones in.
Okay, I was like.
And Seth on the panel says hi too. Hi. And she's only awake because we're snowed in and we can't go to school tomorrow. I don't know how long we're going to be snowed in. Yay.
Tomorrow's going to be my last day of rest before I get back out into the world. But thank you for the wonderful conversation, you guys. This
was awesome.
Productive and wonderful. And 7 through 8, masturbate.
Yeah, Seth, if you know what would be awesome is when I have my sister on, if you would come on too, so that either Robbie's channel or mine, so that we have a trans man and a trans woman both. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Because I would like to hear both of your points of view. Like if you share the same thoughts on certain things, or if you're totally opposite on things, like I would love to know.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be opposite. I think everybody is different. And I mean, I've talked to other trans people, but yeah, put me on.
Can I also just say there is a verse in the Bible, and again, I don't know like the exact locations, but God does say that when we die, there is no longer wrong or right. There's no longer male or female. There's no longer So if he's saying there's no longer male or female, it's like people that focus on that so badly here. It's like, it doesn't even matter after we die anyways, because there is no longer male or female. So just stop being a fucking dick, you know? End of story, drunken Hori. We should be preachers.
Yeah, for sure.
We wouldn't sugarcoat shit. And that's the way it should be.
Robbie, you do know how to get in contact with Seth? Like outside of here?
Yeah, if you want, I could start, what is that, like a group?
Yeah, I could add Ari to it or something. Or yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I know her and I have planned on doing it soon. We don't have like a set date, but I would love to do that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know. I mean, this weekend, if y'all want to do that, I mean, I'm available. So
this coming weekend, I'll talk to her and see what she says.
Lauren, do you have 2 different Facebook? I think
I have my YouTube channel has a Facebook, and then just my personal. I don't care. I've been doxxed so many times it don't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, the Lauren Pratt is my personal one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just dox yourself again. That's fine.
Yep, I did. I had to do it the other night too. Somebody was threatening to, and I'm like, guess what?
Did you hear that?
Name is blah blah blah.
Captain Kangaroo.
That's her name, and we're going to dox her.
Oh God, I can't wait to see the videos after this one, huh?
I know, right?
I'm
Oh,
surprised I haven't been tagged
Robbie,
already.
you're in for it, dude. You're done.
Hey, if they skip over that erection part, I'm gonna be really pissed off.
I'm
Come on.
going to be pissed off too. Like, what the hell?
All right, guys. Well, thank you for hanging out. I'm gonna order me pizza and watch. I watched the 2017 movie It. I'm gonna watch the sequel to that tonight.
Yeah,
Is it good?
yeah. Robbie,
Oh.
I'm telling you, you need to watch Dope Sick. I'm telling you, it's like a movie. I mean, if you watch there's like 6 episodes, I think. If you watch them in a row, it is like watching a movie. I'm telling you.
Okay. Oh, wait, and hold on before we go. I know Sandra texted me. I don't know if she is live right now. She said she was. Oh, wait. No, she's doing a live.
Yeah,
she's saying something like that. But I
Thank
was
you,
gonna
Sheila.
say, oh, if you didn't know, if you're a Scream fan, they announced Scream 6 today. They're going to film it this summer. I'm so excited.
I still can't click that link either.
Really?
I still can't
I'm
get
gonna
it. Yeah. You have
see
to
if she
ask
can-
her.
Yeah, it is coming to the Scream. The new one is coming to Paramount Plus in like a week, I think, or a week and a half.
I can
So,
wait then. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll let you end your stream. I'll go ahead and hang up. Seth, I look
Love
forward
you.
to talking to you soon. And yes, love you. I will see you guys later.
Bye,
Bye.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Bye, Seth.
Love you too. Love you too.
Thank you for coming
Thank
up.
you,
Love
Robbie.
you.
Love
Thank you for
guys.
sharing. That was amazing.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, and I'll talk to you more in the group chat, and we'll set up the other stream. That'll be exciting.
Sounds good. Thank you, bro.
Bye. All right, guys, I'm gonna dip out. Hey, Andrews. Hey, I saw your comment earlier. It's so good to see you. I'm actually gonna finally go shower, and then I'm gonna order me a pizza, and I'm gonna watch It Chapter 2, and hopefully not get too scared. The movie It really wasn't that scary. Like clowns really don't. I mean, they're weird, but it was actually more good than scary. And actually, if you guys want to watch a really good thriller, the movie Ma, M-A, really good thriller. It's like a thriller / horror. It's not gory. It's not like gross or anything, and really good suspense, like thriller. She becomes obsessed with these people, and it's really good. Simply because it was based on a true story of all lies. Kind of like that story of that gay couple where one of them fell off the roof and died, and then their parents weren't letting the other guy go to the funeral, and like it was a really, I can't remember the name of it, but Sarah Bareilles' Gravity, a song, was it? Yes, Ma is so good. Also, guys, order you some pizza too. Okay, Iris. You're gonna have to give me your address again. I was gonna say too. Now I'm giving movie recommendations. Love you too, Seth. If you want a really good drama movie, there is a movie on HBO Max. It's got the girl from the new Scream in it. Her name is Jenna Ortega. It's called The Fallout, and in the beginning, it's like kind of like Columbine High School happening, and her and this girl that kind of survived the events. It's kind of like what the aftermath is of their emotions and stuff. The ending was weird. That's all I'll say about it. Like the ending was just kind of like leaves you like, okay. I actually didn't know it ended when it ended. I was like, wait, that's it? But really good movie throughout the whole movie. And it's got humor and like it'll make you cry and laugh and all that kind of good stuff. Plus the actresses are really good. Yes, this was a fun live. Thank you. Thank you, D-Rod and everyone for hanging out. A. Andrews, the new Scream is... How do I say this? It's really good. But again, the ending was not disappointing because it was believable and I just wanted more, but it was still really good. Like it was a roller coaster. And especially if you like a lot of the legacy cast members, it's like an emotional roller coaster. And I will say not everybody is safe. I'm just going to leave it at that. If you think someone's safe just because they've been around forever, you're dead wrong. And everyone's a suspect, so they could even be the killer. You don't even know until you watch it. You feel me? Anyways, watch Dope Sick too. I know. Okay, maybe I'll put it on because I'm a night owl, so maybe if I can't sleep tonight, then I'll watch Dope Sick after it. But I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for the wonderful conversation, and thank you for letting me vent peacefully without offending anybody, even though I'm sure it'll offend somebody at some point. Okay, because I'm sure Lauren and Seth, this live stream will be played a year or two from now, still on repeat, and they'll pick it to pieces and find something wrong with it. So anyways, I love you guys, and I hope you have a really good night. And I'm going to rest probably all day tomorrow. So I'll see you in chats, because I'm always in people's chats. So love you. Bye. No chance. No.